Hello, welcome to tonight's session. I'm back! Younger's still here. We haven't got rid of him, don't worry. We even got him on camera today. So we're gonna start with a quick review of what happened last time. I'm gonna let the players tell us what happened, / the last DM kind of fill us in. Who's our note taker today? I'm gonna assign roles to start. While I'm getting my dice together because I just realized none of my dice is out.
I can do it, I guess.
All right, Younger's taking notes. Too easy. All right, who is recording the battle log? We'll call it the battle log. That's a cool name, right?
Is that just initiative tracker and everything?
Yeah. Initiative tracker.
Oh, I know Skane wants to do it. Yeah, I knew he wanted to do it.
I could hear it in his voice. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm dumping out all my non-company dice. Because I have a giant pile. Comic-Con's showing up. Hashtag sponsored by myself. I'm super excited. I hope to see some of y'all there.
Weekend of the 25th.
Both viewers and people in this room. But yeah, 25th, 26th, I think, is what it is.
Very nice, very nice.
Okay, so we got our roles. We got our note recorder. We got our combat engineers, we'll call them. Now we need
Don't say that. That's disgusting.
But he engineers the combat.
I was in an engineer unit. Gross.
We know. And they still couldn't fix the water. It was terrible. So dice. Who is in here first? It was red. What color dice do you want?
Blue, sir.
Blue, sir. Check. All right. Next up, I believe that to be our handy dandy big old goblin.
I think I was third in here.
You were third?
I think it was Spain.
Spain.
Third? I was late. But anyway, orange.
Orange is yours. All right. Now Thrud.
You don't have purple, so
I have black, yellow, red, and green left.
I'll go with black.
All right. I hope you guys know I'm organizing these to match up with your videos. So it makes sense on my end, not anyone else. All right. Younger?
I've been robbed. What is left?
Yellow, red, or green?
This is disgusting. I choose red, the color of blood.
Okay, red it is. All right. Friend in the corner, do you want yellow or green?
Green.
All right. That makes me yellow. The worst color. Just kidding. My daughter would beat me up. Did you hear me say that? So, I think I put away most of the important dice that I don't need. Most of the other dice that I do need. I just gotta organize it now. Let's get a recap going really quick. What happened last session in shorthand? Don't go on any tirades. We want the Spark notes, not the Tolkien.
We all left the animals behind to go fight a fungus. We fought it, we killed it, and it's over with.
Okay. What about the dead animals that were everywhere? What was going on there?
The trees that were infected had taken the ox and turned them into zombies.
Zombie oxes? Yep.
And
what's
then
the name of that enemy type? It has
was it russet mold?
Yeah. So it was russet mold is the type of mold, but you were fighting two specific different type of plant type monsters. One is technically a corpse flower, and the other one is a shambling mound. This is D&D's version of what they look like.
Oh, nice. And young McDougal got promoted to first general of the Royalist Army and sent to the mines.
I want you guys to know that you've done goofed in the best kind of way for the DM by promoting McDougal to general with the anointing staff. Just so you know.
Oh, and
Nice.
we uncovered the cave. That cave was where we left off.
Oh,
Yes.
yes.
At the entrance to
The actual graves. So after all the humbug of dealing with the groves, right? Because you guys are technically, and let me pull up the map here. Hey, look, the old map for those of you watching. Here, let's switch over to the new one, maybe. Maybe it'll let me. There we go. Where's the new map? New map. Here we are. So you guys were in Hedgegrove Ranch, right? And we're somewhere between the Hedgegrove Ranch and the Mass Graves, and basically from Younger's start of last episode, we'll call it. You guys made it to the edge of the graves, which is actually about a week away from the Hedgegrove Ranch. So that means McDougal's is some kind of attached ranch somewhere else. But anyway, for those of you watching us on the TVs, we're right here. And look, it says Druid Mass Grave. There's zombies and things. Who'd have thunk it? So, you guys have been fighting rambling mounds, various molds, dealing with dead things, promoting random people. Anything else that we need to recap?
Those are the big recaps besides the fact that they destroyed the mold on the top of the hill. And that it's the end of combat, so technically nobody's healed yet.
Okay, important facts. Now, where were Thrud and Profi?
Oh,
We
left
a little bit down the hill, not super, super far away, watching over the animals.
Okay.
And Sweetie.
You guys didn't take Sweetie with you? Come on now. Gotta have her killed while I'm not here so I have to deal with her. Cool. That's where we're at. You guys are at the edge of the graves. Walking up to you or behind you are your friends. They've told you they've secured the animals in a place that they think is safe from the viruses and molds and things. And they tell you that with quite a bit of confidence, everything's going to be okay. Now, just out of curiosity from my end, is Stinger with you guys, or have you sent him back to the elephants?
He's with the elephants.
Okay, cool. Singer is on protect my friend's duty, and because he's awakened, he understands that command and will do it very well. And by do it very well, I'm going to roll percentile and see if he gets murdered.
What?
I have good news and bad news. Which would you like first?
The good news. Tell me Stinger's alive.
Oh yeah, Stinger's alive.
Okay.
The bad news. He makes you look like a little bitch because he's over here doing work. I rolled an +1. Perfect defense. Nothing came close to the animals.
No, he always does that.
How many things did he kill? Like, how is there just a ring of dead things and people around our animals? Did he kill anyone who came close?
He's not that stupid. He's awakened. Remember, this is a smart scorpion. He knows good and bad.
And he can talk.
And he can. Yeah, he speaks Dwarvish. It looks like he killed 10 creatures of varying sizes.
Nice.
That's what he does. Yeah. Stinger's my muscle. I'm not supposed to be.
He's got a snack while we're in the graves.
Exactly. Unfortunately, it's not a cow or oxen, so he does not gain an inspiration point like usual.
Oh.
Let's see, who knew he actually just killed the black dragon trying to find us, right?
You guys keep bringing that up like you want me to bring him out, but I guarantee
we ain't ready.
You guys don't want that. Kettle thinks he's ready, except for we have to remind him he's made of metal.
Yeah, the last time
I don't
was
see
just
why that has anything to do with it.
It's not rust
that's the point there, future priest. Robo priest. He's not RoboCop. He's Robo priest. Because you did actually take a level in monk or cleric last time, right?
Cleric.
Okay.
He took a
holy stick.
However, he still does not know what god he is praying to.
That's maybe something you find out today. And I guarantee you it's not Torm.
I have a magical stick.
Yeah, you have a magical stick.
You have a stick on the ground.
So, we can make it Venus like it was last time. Another one of the anti. Do you guys remember the god's name yet? I've been looking through notes and I've had no.
The purple one?
Yeah.
No.
Badass name too. Pissing me off. I gotta find our first 10 pages of notes because it's 100% in Younger's backstory.
I 100% know it.
Oh, well, can you please tell me his name so I cannot?
It would be copyright.
It would be what?
Make it.
It's what?
It'd be copyright. Make a new name.
Oh, is it? Okay. I thought it was original for us. But that's okay.
You can copyright a god?
Yes.
If it's specifically the D&D ones. So like
Oh, it's
Wow.
not a D&D one,
oh no?
but it's from another like pop thing.
Okay. Then we will avoid it for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, so younger, since it's
Do you want to know the name though? I can tell you the
I do
name.
want to know the name. We just won't use it
The
for
name is Fen Harel.
is what?
Fen Harel.
Ben Harrell, yes, that's it. Thank you. So, yeah, you guys should look that up in your own time because he's a great trickster guy. It's good. But we will edit that and change it to something else. So, younger, your assignment this session is to rename your purple god because he is your fault. He is your responsibility. Give us a cool new name. Not right now though. As we continue forward, you guys are at the edge of the graves. Your friends have shown up. They've explained to you that they've left Stinger in charge of the other animals, and they're very confident that he got it good because they noticed him murdering something and cursing in Dwarven as soon as they left.
Stop.
You guys look goosed up. Our two characters are perfectly fine, no problems. We're all happy-go-lucky. Well, what's going on, fellas? What happened? What's this? Where are we?
Is this Profi talking?
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's Profi. I need to put on my DM hat so you guys know who's talking. Yes, that is Profi talking. Sorry.
Yeah, we fought a bunch of evil plants, and now we should long rest. I think that would be smart.
Yeah, you guys look like you've been through a bit of shit there.
Rhett had an especially hard time in that combat.
Profi's gonna look at you just all sideways.
I do believe-
Rest? Is that a normal rest? How long are you sleeping for? I am concerned.
The forever rest. I'm gonna go night night forever.
Right? Yeah, you just get hit a
woke
couple
up,
more times.
guys. We just woke
We're
up.
all sleeping the long sleep.
We all just got up. You know, we got up and then we fought some plant monsters, and now we're at the entrance of this mold cave.
Mold cave, baby.
Mm-hmm. That was my nickname in high school.
It's always your nickname.
And so I say, if we just got up and fighting them took like what, a few minutes, I say we all do some action to prepare for going into this cave that takes a while, and then we long rest, and then we go into the cave.
If you have
I like that.
option, that would be nice. Unfortunately for you, that isn't the case, as the weather outside seems to be getting detrimentally worse, as if there is some unnatural force pushing you forward. Lightning strikes not far away, setting a small fire between you and your animals. You are competent adventurers that could probably avoid the fire. But it is not the only lightning strike, and it only seems to be getting worse. The cave seems like the safest option.
Even though it's full of this toxic fungus.
Seems like is
Yeah,
the key.
I feel like we would. I mean, we're how much travel away from actual shelter, like houses and things?
Couple days.
Less than a day.
I muted my phone.
Yeah, but a day's travel is still pretty far.
I don't
We go
like it. This seems forced. I don't want to go inside the cave.
Could we go in the cave and then
So, you
just hang out in the mouth?
You guys will remember, just as characters remembering, you do want to go in the cave because it has answers, allegedly.
Yes, but we are very hurt. Like, going up against enemies right now is really dumb.
Do you have any other abilities to heal?
I think most of our healing's used up, isn't it?
I could.
Because we've used a lot of our spells. I don't have any healing or anything left.
Barry is untouched, but has used a lot of his power.
Okay, who is the most messed up?
Definitely Kettle.
Yeah, I'm hurt.
You think?
I probably have the most HP, ironically, but I've definitely lost 50 of it.
Wow, that's a lot for you. That's like
I have also
Yeah.
lost 50, and I don't have that much
You
to
lost
spare.
way more than 50.
Who, me? Yeah, I know. I got a lot back.
Yeah.
No, I meant Spain's character. He said it
Oh.
had more damage than he'd ever received before.
Yeah, we both got
It-
messed up pretty good.
Yeah, more damage than I'd ever received before, but I got healing because we used all our healing.
It was close for Rhett and young McDougal.
Oh yeah, because somebody cast mass healing, right?
Yeah.
Is young McDougal still with us?
No.
No,
No,
young
he-
McDougal has set off.
Okay, making sure. So
He set off with the Dragon Rider.
Sweet looks through her bag and pulls out some very familiar-looking bottles. She goes, "Will this be of
Jellyfish
any help?"
bottles?
No. He's looked.
Does she say it with her eyes because she can't talk?
I do forget these things.
Yeah, she can't.
Yeah.
She's not mute. She's deaf.
It's the other way around, I thought.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around. We
Yeah,
can
she
communicate
can
to her, but
mute-
she
okay,
can't
sorry.
communicate to us.
Sorry. So she speaks sign language, which is thieves can't. But whatever.
She can, but Full Gash
She-
is the only one that learned it with her.
She right, yeah, and he's dead. She probably had a real rough time trying to tell us things, and we're just like, did it. So anyway, she reaches into her bag and pulls out a small stash of what looks to be healing potions and kind of shoves them in your chest. Those of you that look injured.
Nice.
Curiosity: if I take half damage from poisons, do I take half health from potions?
No.
No.
Okay.
I would not do. We're not playing hardcore mode.
Yeah.
Hashtag that's what this month's item. If you want it, come get it. Sign up for sign up for
Yeah.
Wizard's Tea, baby. But jokes aside, you're given a healing potion. And it looks to be a basic version, so it's 44 plus 4. But each one of these containers has 3 sets worth because they are full potions, not just vials.
So 44 plus 4, 3. So 12d4 plus 12.
If you drink an entire potion in one chug-a-lug-a-lug.
And she gives each of us one?
Yes, but that looks to empty her little bag.
Okay.
Definitely not a bag of holding. She had them in some
Okay.
like wrapped in cloths. So
Everybody
that's how they're
take-
holding out.
Everybody take 9
In
points of
character, I
health.
turned to the group. Oh, everybody take 9?
Yep, I'll cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay, you do
Okay.
so. I feel great.
As lightning is striking around us, okay, so are we going into the cave or are we seeking other shelter? Does anybody have anything that can create shelter for us?
That's the cave for
Perhaps
mold.
A mansion or something like that?
No.
Got swords.
Need that insta castle.
Best I got.
I could try and scare the storm god.
I don't think that's gonna work. But
How much is the health potion?
it won't hurt to go.
Price
to go
wise
into the
or
No, healing wise.
if you drink all of it, it's 12d4 plus 12.
Oh wow. Okay, I'll just.
Yeah,
I'll
this
hold off.
Yeah.
unless you're like dying, you probably just need to take a swig. You know what I mean? And get
Yeah.
What kind of healing potion do you got? 12d4 plus 12?
So
Oh,
they're,
wow.
they're regular healing potions, but there are system because there's 3 of them in a full potion, and these are full potions. So just to recap for other people, right? A healing vial, which is your regular healing potion in most games, is still the 44, right? Which is equivalent to a swig in our games.
It's 2d4 plus 4.
Is it 2d4 plus 4?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. So cut that number in half. So it's 64 plus 4 or 12.
I'll hold off.
I'm gonna chug it.
Okay, heal.
Chug a lug lug.
Oh, high roll, high roll, high roll. So we've got there's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 plus 12. That'll put me at max health.
One of y'all needs to become a herbalist so we can make our own potions.
I'm clicking off and clicking back on because for some reason your camera's not coming up on my screen.
Who's?
Younger? He's back. Hello.
Hello, friend.
Hello. I just didn't see Roger.
Oh, hey, someone
So-
apparently someone texted me. The answer said text. When the Twitter check is texting y'all.
Okay, I have. Ooh, I'm also down.
So, Gibby, that wholly original, totally random, not a thing. Also, there's no rabbits here. Sorry, but I want to hear the story now since it was told when I wasn't around. I like that. I might steal that. No, I'm just kidding. We have plans already. Don't worry. No rabbits. Yet.
Can we see into the cave, or is it just like a black?
You
Nothing.
can see into the outside of the cave. It's still light outside. The lightning seems to be coming from a specifically clouded area. For the most part, it's still pretty light outside. But also there's a fire that is bright, that is, slowly inching towards you guys, hurrying you towards the cave.
I say we go in.
So are we still without the animals?
Yes.
Did we go back to retrieve the Profi in them?
So
Where's the
No.
Calliope?
Up here and followed us.
Yeah, we came to you guys.
Where's the Kelpie?
He's with the
Did you
rest
guys
of the
leave the
animals.
Kelpie alone in the barrel?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Stinger's defending him.
Okay.
Go in.
Into the
I say we go.
No.
So,
Yeah,
the
let's go.
outside of the cave looks like basic cavery, except for you see these weird mushroom spory looking things lining the walls.
Hmm.
We can assume
What
it's
happens if
the
we go
russet
just inside the cave? Is anything hurting us immediately inside the cave?
As you enter the cave, nothing happens. It's fine.
Okay, guys, we can take cover right here. We aren't going to get struck by lightning inside the mouth of the cave. And, y'all can rest. I can stay awake and alert you if something comes.
I can also stay up. It's not like I've done anything too arduous besides walking up late.
That's fine. I could take a rest. That'd be nice. Good thing you just used that potion.
Yeah, that was stupid of me to drink the potion, but I didn't realize that we could just walk inside the cave and sleep in the mouth.
You guys are overthinking things. So you guys want to try and rest while there is unnatural lightning pushing you into the cave.
We're in the cave.
Yes, you're in
Yeah,
the
we're in the
cave.
cave.
Okay. Would you like more unnatural things to start occurring?
Come on.
This was very much you're being pushed forward.
All right, go farther in.
So, do you guys inspect the little mushrooms on the wall, or do you ignore them and keep walking? They seem to only be on the walls. There's enough room for you guys to walk. Enough room for you guys to walk by in single file.
I certainly ignore them, and I'm going first, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a cloth or whatnot and kind of just cover my face, try to stop me from being able to inhale any spores. And I'd like to take a look. I'll see if I can get anything out of some type of.
Sure. Go ahead and make a nature check to see if you've seen these things before. Well,
this is great. I got awful nature. I got
he's
4.
They look like red mushrooms. You think?
I think
you're kind of questioning whether or not they look like mushrooms, and as
I think we could get really high off of these.
As you examine them a little bit more closely, one of them bursts in your face. It completely destroys itself.
Good thing I have all that fucking fabric I threw over my face.
He did specify that he was covering his face.
He did, which is why you can make a Constitution check. It not automatically fail.
Is it a check or a save?
It is a save. Sorry.
All right, that is gonna be 14.
14 total. Okay, you only take 1 point of poison damage as the spore you in the face.
So if we get
So-
too close to these, they'll explode.
Correct. And they do hurt a little bit, even with covered faces.
When Rhett sees that happen, he's going to take the giant head off his beaver costume and use it as a gas mask.
You do so. You are now wearing full beaver out in public.
That's strange.
I have several costumes, and giant beaver is one of them.
You got another giant head.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I do. I have beaver, penguin, and clown.
Can I get the penguin?
Sure.
Your face mask worked fine for what it was. They were just unavoidable damage, just so you know.
I know. I just think it'd be funny to have the penguin on instead.
What
Okay.
kind of damage? Poison damage?
Straight up
Poison damage.
Yep.
Well, the other
Damn it.
two, Lawrence, do you want a clown head?
Sure.
All right, you can have a clown head. So we got a penguin, a beaver, and a clown.
What a combination.
And a person who makes good decisions while drunk, because that's what my mask
I was
does.
gonna say you can't
Yeah,
put an extra
What's a
mask.
purple mask? If you think about it, Profi's the only one without a technical mask. Because
Um,
even
We're
I
all
have
walking around like
that's
masked
that's-
acolytes.
That's because the cult leader does not wear a mask. I get to have a name. You guys will get named after me. Anyway, bad joke.
We are
aside,
Profi's Gate.
Drink the Kool-Aid. It tastes like Kool-Aid.
stay in the center aisle of the cave so as to avoid exploding mushrooms that attach themselves to the wall.
You do so. Relatively easy. As the path winds through the cave, it seems pretty singular in nature, but you do come to a Y. There's a path to your left and a path to your right. They still both seem to be heading east as the direction of the cave that you have been walking. I'm pretty sure one of you has observance, so I can give you that information.
Can
Split up,
I
gang.
do a check to see if there's been foot traction down one of these two aisles?
Of course.
Okay. What kind of check would that be?
Perception, investigation, or nature?
I
Preferably
am-
investigation would make the most sense.
Yeah, that would probably make the most sense. Except I have no bonuses to investigation, but I'll try.
Well, you know, you could
I
always
will
ask
help
one
you.
of your handy dandy party members. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have really good investigation.
Oh, well then
Oh.
let me help you.
4 plus 4. Not as good as I thought it was.
Total of 8.
No, he said +4.
Oh, okay.
No, that's I have 4 proficiency in investigation.
Okay.
It's still better than nothing.
Yeah.
Will you help me?
Sure.
Okay. Let me actually use a good dice and not my enemy die. I rolled
be
a
alright if-
15 plus plus 5, and then you're assisting me and have less than me, so you get a +2. So we get a total of brain work, please. 20 even.
Nice, that's high.
That's high. We perceive the heck out of this thing. So it looks like there is not only trails down one of the paths, but also fresh blood. It looks to be yeah, I don't, as you that doesn't smell like people blood, it smells like something else.
Probably cows.
Maybe.
Boy.
I sure hope it's not a penguin.
Yeah, they'd be looking for the people in army.
So should we
uniforms.
go
Don't
down
ever
the
expect
blood
the
trail
cloud.
path, or should we avoid it and go down the other path?
This is true. The other path has footmarks, but no bloody prints / drag marks. The other side definitely has drag marks and footprints. They both do have footprints that look to be people boots, not feet.
Mm.
I have a question.
I have an answer with the 20. I might even be able to answer it.
My question is, can we see? Because I actually don't have dark vision. Like, of all the things that I don't have, I have blind sense.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry. You can see us. We can see what's in front of us. It'll be okay. I also don't have dark vision, so this is actually an important question.
Yeah, but like,
Same.
You're
should we be
also
eliminating this or something?
Wait. Maybe not.
Doesn't anybody
I
have
don't-
torches? Just use a torch.
Yeah, I don't think many of us have dark vision though.
No,
I do.
We have one dark vision.
Yeah.
I can just cast dancing lights.
You could, but then you have to keep casting it as we're walking.
Wait, I do have
That's
dark
fine.
vision.
Okay, if you would like to do that, that would save us from lighting up torches. But
Yeah, I can.
You constantly have to be like, pew, 20 feet forward.
Question
Pew!
does Rainbow Maker emit light at all?
More like an RGB keyboard than a light source. Glowy and cool looking, but not useful.
It's party time. That's what that is.
You know, you put it in a crystal ball, maybe it'll make some kind of crazy looking flashlight.
Okay, can I do that?
Do you want to destroy your crystal ball by stabbing it with rainbow?
No, I don't want to destroy my crystal ball.
Okay, because you could. I'm not going to say no, but that'd be great. Okay, hold up. Let me.
I'll
I gotta read a story from Gibby here on the Twitch stream here. So this shouldn't be any spoiler alert. Which lights can be sent out? Okay. So the story that he was talking about, because this is actually an interesting one. I might have heard this at a different point. The fungus had mind control zombification effects, and the storm was summoned by a cult of vampires that the party ignored. Of course, one of our friends being their selves. The cave led to a door. The party was supposed to just walk through instead of opening. Opening the door and walking was a failure that had them lost in time and space to the point where the vampires blot out the sun and take over the world. When they finally leave the labyrinth, there is a war between the fungus and the vampire, with a small group of humans working with the dwarves to try and rebuild. One of the players sold them to the vampires. Yeah. Okay, interesting. That's not what's going to happen to you, allegedly, but that is a good story.
That's what's going to happen if we don't go and investigate this cave, guys. We got to go. We got to do this.
You guys,
Or the vampires win. The sun's
which
going
way?
to come out.
There's two ways. There's blood on the ground and there's not blood on the ground. Which one do you want to go?
Well,
Well,
there's
if we
6
go to
of
the
us, we can split up.
ground, we could potentially save somebody since these seem to be human footprints that are
No.
going
But,
across both ways. We could
but the-
potentially save whoever that is if you care to save them.
oh, this is true. Fuck it. Let's go follow the blood, eh?
you followed the blood. So you guys travel forward, and not super far into the cave, you see people. The animal blood was a misnomer. It looks like it was. Whatever it was might have been a druid, and it transformed halfway through kind of thing. But you see 17 cross-hung individuals. They've been bled out at the wrist and feet, and are draining into a small pool into the center of this room.
This is very faulty.
Hey guys,
Hmm.
do you think any of
Step
them might
one,
still be
disrupt
alive?
the blood flow. I don't want the blood congregating in the center of the room.
Okay. These individuals look excessively drained, like they've been sitting there for quite some time. So the blood flow is like etched into the ground. You're gonna have to take like a shovel to it, kind of thing, to stop it.
Okay, so
Let's see what equipment I've got.
where is so most of them look like they've been up there for a while, but you did say that the blood was fresh.
There is fresh
So-
stuff, yes. No, not all of them are mummies, but quite a few of them are at that state of decay. It smells rancid. You're surprised you couldn't smell it from the little corner before.
Gotcha. Is there one? Which one looks like the freshest meat bag on the cross?
So it looks to be there was a female cleric. You can see her symbol piercing through the darkness, as if it still has some lingering magic. She has a couple of rings on her fingers, things like that, and it looks like she has just died within the last day.
Shit. Well, I'm gonna try to bring her down. I guess. Why not?
You do so. It's just a
Is there
dead
anything
body.
else in the room?
You don't see anybody else in the room without making any kind of checks or anything. It's filled with these would-be things, and it looks like there are 6 more racks that could be filled. So sorry, I did the number wrong. It's 19 bodies, not 16. or 17.
The fresh corpse.
Yes. This is
Can I want to cast
freshest.
Speak with Dead.
You do so.
So we get what, 5 questions?
Is it 3 or 5?
Let's see.
It's one of those two. I think it's 3.
5.
Is it 5? Okay. Well, that's
Yeah.
your 5 questions.
All right. So everybody gets a question, except for someone.
Profi will not
I'll
ask
go
a
first.
question just to make it easy, so I have to talk to myself.
I'll go first. What's your name?
Why you get asked the card question off the bat? She says, "I am." Oh, what's it?
Elise.
Clara. Elise. Clara Elise. Champion of Thorm.
Oh, Champion of Thorm. What killed you?
A monster. Killed my entire party as the ghost looks around. They hang around the room.
All right, 3 more.
You asked what killed her. So what did you say killed her? The people who are hanging around the room?
No. She said a monster. It killed everyone hanging around the room.
Was it trying to summon something?
I don't know. We were told that this place was infested with zombies and spores, and we're here to clean it up. We were not told of a monster of its size.
Of its size? Good lord.
And I raise my hand to the rest of the group. Like, I got another question. Anyone have
Well,
an
ask-
issue?
Ask us, and maybe we could.
Alright, so
what's
okay. So I make sure that the corpse doesn't answer this or
So
whatever.
I was gonna say, for speaking to that, you have to talk to him. You have to like speak at the corpse. So as long as you're
Okay,
not speaking
cool.
at the corpse, you should be good.
All right. Should we ask what the fucking thing looked like that attacked them, so we know what we're getting into?
I was
Well,
thinking
it
that.
said zombies and thorns in size, so I'm assuming it looks like a giant plant monster with zombies.
No,
Okay.
she said they came down
said-
looking for zombies and mushrooms, and something else killed them.
Yes, it's specifically not that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should find out what it looks like so we're able to get some type of idea. Maybe one of us have heard something in the past with a good description of whatever this thing could be, eh?
Okay.
Well, Barry and Marzex have their questions. So if one of you guys wants to ask that.
What? Describe the creature that killed you and your friends.
It was a creature of shadow. It was enormous and everywhere at once. It consumed 6 of us in an instant, covering us with vines and sucking the life out of us slowly. I did not get a good look as it bound me quickly. I
But
know
now
that
we know that it's a
there's
vine
no
monster that-
creature. There is no creature that could destroy me that isn't a monster. So it had to be a monster.
Can we do some kind of check from that description and see if we know what this is?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like
Nature check?
history, nature.
Yep,
Okay.
all those are
Let me
actionable.
do a history check.
Sure.
I'm amazing at history checks.
Nature.
That's a 16 plus 4, so 20.
I got a 12 nature.
Can I
Okay,
get
so
help with that nature.
I'll give you 2 different answers. So the way she describes the shadow and darkness and the engulfing makes you think of a shadow elemental, something that is relatively rare to see basically anywhere. The second one that you hear about just sounds like a shambling mound, especially the size and the binding and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, you guys killed a shambling mound recently, and it didn't do your party in. You guys might be bad, but she looks strong, as equally strong as you guys.
But
Alright,
I know
Barry, you have a question.
Shadowfell, that if it would actually be a shadow monster based off that description.
I as a DM have told you the information that I am willing to share.
I was curious.
Barry's still got a question.
Did you try turning it?
She looks. I tried everything. I didn't have a lot of time. At that
That's it.
final question, her soul looks around for a second and says, "Well, bury us," and disappears into nothing.
Pass on with peace.
Yes. Rest.
Profi looks around. They're already underground. Where are we going to bury them? This is just rock.
What we do is we blow up the cave entrance once we're done here. That's how you bury them in this instance. That's the best you
They're
can do.
literally-
Or you bury them properly with prayers and things.
I look over and go,
Like,
this
they
is a
got-
grave site.
This is
Where
literally
are
where
all
they
the
bury
bodies?
You're right.
No one has seen any bodies since we've been in here. I've been looking the entire time. There is not one single body because Marzex would be over there ripping out the bones. And don't
There's
tell me
actually
he
19
wouldn't.
bodies. There's 19 bodies, and I was thinking of using them.
See, we find fresh ones, and he's like, if I just wait a couple hours, I can turn them into things. He has made no comments about any of these other things anywhere.
So step one, I'm going to use my rope to block off the blood flow into the center of the room and try and like kick the blood in the center of the room.
Sure,
away
you do
from
so.
itself,
It's relatively
not forming a
easy.
puddle.
Do you have like a sword or a weapon that you're willing to just like chop the ground up to disturb the flow?
I have multiple javelins.
I'll just
That work
I'll
is strong enough to make holes with javelins, I guess, but
say I'll
I
just
have
hand him,
multiple hand axes.
I'll just hand him
that
my
would be
extra
better.
long sword and call it a day.
It just looks like a kid stumping in a pool, like in a puddle. Like, I'm disrupting the puddle. It does
No.
nothing to the puddle.
All of them are dripping and the streams are flowing to the center of the room. That is summoning rituals.
Oh, well, I have no doubt about that. I'm just saying the blood that's already in the center is in the center.
yes, but he's stopping any of the stuff that is currently flowing out. So the 6 freshish bodies that were her partying crew are still dripping blood. There are just other stakes that have been put up that are not that.
Dried out.
If you give me 10 minutes, I can get 3 of those bodies to literally leave.
Okay. Well, what
Except
I'm saying-
not any of the ones that were in her party.
Those are the ones
Yeah,
who are dripping blood.
We have a
Listen.
request to bury them, so we cut them down and we bury them in
Here,
the
you know-
stone.
Sure. All right. Let's just get them the fuck off of this thing. Come on. Let's go. I just start taking the other bodies
As
down.
you do so,
Oh shit! One of them's alive.
You realize they are covered in spores. As soon as you touch them, a wall of spores explodes in your face.
Fuck.
Make 6 checks for Constitution saves.
So
Oh.
the first one's a 14.
Oof.
Second one is a 14. What is up with all these sevens
Hey,
today?
Look, 14's good. Keep it up.
Next one is a 20 something.
It's above a 14. You're okay.
Next one is above a 14.
Okay.
And then that one is the exact same as the last one, so also above a 14. I think I have one more.
One more. Yep.
And that is way above a 14. It's like a 23.
Okay. So you succeed against this spore poison, which is good, but you do take 6 points of damage.
It is gonna piss me off that they trapped them.
They're
'cause
not
I'm assuming
trapped.
they're not trapped. They're spored. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's essentially trapping them. And so I am going to rage, and I am going to trigger all of the traps by running and pushing all of them.
You do so. You rage. You're very angry. And you just shove over all the hungover people. Besides causing a relatively big mess because some of these bodies aren't, fresh, so they kind of just on the ground as you knock them over. You set off 18 times 6 sets of spores You need 18 times 6 saves. That's a lot.
So, yes, but they're Constitution saving throws, and I have a +7 and advantage on all of them.
Okay.
And I take half damage from poison already.
Okay, which means you won't take any damage unless you fail one of these.
Which is very possible.
Roll 28,000 dice.
Yeah, my God. So to make this simpler, I want you to go on Google and look up dice rollers and do it that way, please. And just roll. What's 8 times? I need a calculator. Where's my phone?
It's 108 rolls.
It's 100. Yeah, we're not waiting for all that. So please just go on the calculator, put 108 d20s, and tell me when you get a 1.
Actually, it would be 1 out of every 2 because he's at advantage.
Right. Okay. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he would actually
216 dice. Have fun.
The better half.
Why?
Can we just move on?
No. So Spain, mathematically, there is no chance of you making through this without one of them giving you the condition. Are you ready for it? I'm gonna save us some time. Unless you really want to roll all that out, I think mathematically it is not in your favor. Because you need to roll a. You said you have a +7, right?
Yeah, I have a +7 and advantage plus resistance.
Okay, the resistance won't matter for the effect, because it's just for the rolled part. So even with advantage, right? If you roll a 3 or lower between 2 dice on 260 something rolls, you're gonna trigger it. So the chances of you making it through without rolling a 3 or higher is not great. So,
well, actually, it'd technically only be like 50 rolls. It'd be 54. It'd be because
he has
it's
a 15% chance of failing. You have a 15% chance of failing.
If that's the case, roll a d100. You get lower than a 15. You take something. I don't know. It's just a lot of dice.
Let's do that because there's only a 15% chance that I fail.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just telling you with
anything below a 15. What?
Roll it.
Okay. 1d100. And that is a 97.
That's rough. So, the gas spores explode. It's actually 20 feet, but I'm going to be nice and not hit you all with this bullshit.
That's awesome.
I need to roll my magical thingy because I raged.
Oh, hold up. Sorry. The DC is not 10. It's actually 15. Much better. So the 14 should have hit you.
Whoa. Why going back to Redcon people?
I'm not. Don't worry about it. I've already said the things. All right. I'm trying to find this.
All right. Make the next trap 15.
Thrud, take 867 points of damage.
You are now also mind controlled and actually have an illithid growing in your body. Congratulations.
Be kicked out of the group.
Just so you know, this is a terrible effect, Younger. Why would you do this to people? So roll me a 1d12 and add your Constitution modifier.
That is a max, so that's going to be a 19.
Okay, so you have 19 hours until you keel over dead. Not that you know this, but you feel it. It doesn't feel good. There's no save, nothing. Just 19 hours till death, unless you get it magically removed.
Okay, but
you did not save.
We said it was under 15.
You
and
said
I rolled
it was
a
under
97.
15.
Could have been top 15, could have been bottom 15.
15.
We never decided.
I decided. I knew what it was. So
you decided I was going to get hit by it.
or that. You never know. But no, for real, I did pick higher because I was trying to be nice. Roll in the middle would have been fine.
Say statistically, you're gonna get a lower number out of that most of the time.
No, that's not true. Statistically, you have an even chance of both.
So
Unfortunately,
This is also true.
Besides that, someone knows some kind of restoration somewhere, right? We'll figure it out.
But we don't have any spells left.
You have
you got 19 hours.
You guys can take
Yeah.
a nap. Hopefully, I will only keep you up for 19. It'll be fine. Jokes aside, that is the consequences of it. You can feel it as it is draining your body. You don't know you have 19 hours, but death is upon you, and you're very afraid. Not that you actually get afraid, but you know what I mean.
The looming sense
Yeah.
of dread.
Yes.
Does Barry's like a special wizard? Do you have anything that can help?
Literally, all I need is lesser restoration.
Yeah, that didn't look good. Kind of. Is he still covered in spores?
Yes, no, sort of, kind of. They've already latched the ones that are murdering him slowly.
All right. Barry walks over. That was something, and casts lesser restoration on him.
All right, your 19 hours are negated. Don't worry about it.
Hour 1, hours reset.
Oh, hey, someone just noted that because you raged, you do gain a level of exhaustion.
That is not on here.
Okay, yeah, I think that's an older edition there.
That's a
That's-
3.5
That's
thing.
3.5 for sure. Yeah.
It's also specifically a subclass that's not the wild magic that gets that as well.
And
Because I can rage 4 times in a day, and so I would literally kill myself.
You would be close to it. You
Level
would be
4,
very
baby.
close to it.
That'd be dope.
Okay. Jokes aside, moving on. So you have been cured. The people have been knocked over. Most of the bodies are splooted, crushed by the wood that was holding them up. You've disrupted the flow of blood, and as you do so, you notice that the bloody pool in the center, after your fiasco, has drained down significantly in the short amount of time the blood flow has stopped.
Now,
Does there seem to be like vortex or something? Like a point of dripping?
There looks to be something forming out of the blood in the center.
I use
Right.
mending to clean up all the blood.
You have mending?
I have mending.
You go over and mend up the blood. It's mended. You've healed the blood.
I mended the floor so it's clean. There's no blood anymore.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
I think it'd be more prestidigitation.
But anyway, it doesn't. I'll allow mending. You can mend blood out of your clothes. As you do so, this isn't a very big portal that it was holding the blood, right? It wasn't a kiddie pool size thing. It was literally like a big bowl is the best way to describe the size for it. In the center of the bowl looks to be an iron handle. With the remaining blood away, the iron handle is blood red with tints of silver streaking through it. It is only but a handle.
Hey,
That's
who wants me to grab it? I feel like it might be a bit of fun.
No one.
Do it.
No one will
Grab it.
grab it.
It's great. Somebody said do it. Let's go.
You do so, right?
Sure.
Roll a
That's-
1d12.
Fuck, I'm gonna die. Who knew? This is where Thrud goes.
The alignment
to
change.
hell?
Activated.
It's 8.
8. As you pull out this thing, surprise, surprise, it's a sword. It is
Oh.
fully formed, blade and all.
Oh.
As you pulled it out, it is almost like a sword in the stone-esque moment, and a red crimson blade forms. I was gonna say, 8 feet long. So it's a long sword.
Oh
no,
shit!
that's not a long sword. That's a long.
Long sword.
I was about to say, I'm
Basically,
holding his.
it's basically a bloody claymore. You could have got
Oh,
a
shit.
Zweihander or one of those bigger ones. Oh,
Yeah.
lost him. But instead,
that's
it is basically a
much
claymore.
That's much larger than a claymore.
Oh, look at that! Ain't that something?
Claymore's
So
about
that's a
7 feet.
two-handed weapon.
It is a singular-handed weapon, and it is light as the handle.
Hey guys, I think I can really fuck something up with this.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
So traditionally, a claymore is 140 diameters, which is 55 inches,
Okay.
which
so
is
under 6 feet.
yeah. So like this thing is like huge.
How big is a Zweihander? Just out of curiosity.
I would assume that
Should be about the same as a claymore.
Yeah, it's a claymore.
What's the type though?
But I could look at it. I don't know how to spell that though.
Look, you get close, Google will figure it out. Anyway,
Oh, Zweihander is just German for two-hander. It should be about the same as a claymore.
4 foot 7 inches long.
So what I'm imagining is
we have something that's double the size of a claymore right now.
Yeah, so that's
Wow.
definitely like a two-handed weapon.
It's super light. The blade length does not seem to mess with it much.
oh
How
shit.
tall is Thrud?
5 feet
Thread?
tall.
Yeah.
It's as tall as Thrud.
It's
taller.
3 feet taller than Thread. Yes.
Yeah.
I have a hard time
Which is
carrying it
fucking
around.
hot. That's fucking great.
You're gonna have to
Alright.
prop it on your shoulder.
I don't think I want to let it touch me. I think it might try to eat me.
I want to use it, but it's huge and I can't touch it.
You hear something in the background.
Oh shit. Perception check? Gonna do that? Is that a yes?
Sure.
I think he froze.
Beautiful. That's a 14 perception.
14 perception. It is coming down from the hallway, the only way that you guys were coming from. Though it seems to be in the distance.
Set some traps up at the door.
Oh sheesh. Wait, if it's a shadow creature, we should probably get as bright as light as fucking possible.
Abandon you.
Oh. How about you?
Oh,
Fuck off, you spooky bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of caught me off guard.
Just holding the sword out in that direction. Just fuck off, you spooky bitch.
Okay, what do I have trapped? Do I have any traps? Do I have anything I can do? I have disguises and candles.
If we
was
have
it?
if we have torches or any of that stuff, we need to light up this room as bright as possible because we know it's a shadow creature. We probably can just snuff out the light, but like if somebody's got something like that, it would be good.
I have 5 candles, and I will space them evenly around the room as well as I can.
We're making
Now-
this our own ritual now.
New management has entered the building.
And I will cast dancing lights to fill in the spaces the candles don't get.
You fool.
Stop.
Religion check.
You
Can
do
I
so.
make a religion check?
Sure.
Is there like
I
another?
got a total of 11.
Total of 11. This doesn't sound like any god you've heard before. This sounds like your nightmare creeping out of your own brain. And you all hear the voice semi-differently, though the words are the same. As if something is crept into your ear. Lawrence, the voice doesn't sound familiar, but the feeling is very close to the same as what used to speak to you through the ring.
It's a demon! Demon!
Everyone, keep your wits about you.
Prestidigitation, cast sparks.
Okay, you do so. You light up the area even more. Sorry, I'm looking for something.
Oh wow, this is making me feel like we're all scared of the dark now.
Is
I
it
feel
coming from the sword?
Welcome to you too.
Uh,
What the fuck you doing?
Very quick.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Oh yeah, sure. You know, how about we just go and fucking fight it, why don't we? Is there any other way out of this room? Is there any other way out of this room, or is it just the way we came in?
No. Welcome.
The
Welcome
voice
to you too.
has changed its gender, but the feeling is still in the back of your skulls. You see your friendly robot man flipping out in the corner. He's looks to be having near a seizure because someone is in his head.
Oh, he's like psychic too.
Oh, I mean, I also have.
Something is getting him right now. He's not dying or hurting, but something is getting him.
Can I use my limited telepathy to try to talk to him and try to like bring him out of it?
Sure.
You know.
Who
All right.
seeks our advice?
What?
Who seeks our advice?
How the fuck do I get? How the fuck do I get my robot man to feel better? What are you doing? Just fucking walk over there, just start shaking him. Just get out of your head. You get out of your fucking head. What do I do? Shit.
Is it bad that I want to cast heat metal?
He seems to be relaxing after you shake him for a second. As you look around, the voice is gone, but your lights have all disappeared. You were focused on your robot friend for too long, and the only lights that are up are the magical fairy bits that you cast originally. Your prestidigitation sparks just ran out because they're sparks; they don't last very long. But the candles that were about the room gone, snuffed, and it looks like the wax have remelted over the top, so there's no wick to relight.
All right,
as if you had been there for hours.
Maybe this room is time altering.
Maybe
You know
we should
what?
go.
All right, let's just get the fuck out of this room, all right?
Yeah, maybe we should leave.
Let's just get the hell out of here, all right?
Gibby in the chat says the dreaded anime waifu is on her way. Don't worry, there's other voices. It'll be great.
Why would you bring the sword with us? You should destroy it.
Because no, it looks pretty. I want to
It's
use it
evil.
at least once.
It's evil. Are you evil?
I'm gonna keep the sword. It'll be fine. I just put it in one of my other scabbards, hoping it fits.
Your sacrifice won't be in vain. Welcome.
You guys leave. I was gonna say, are you guys gonna leave this room of creepy voices?
I'm gonna try to hoist Kettle. I don't know if I can.
Kettle moves along with you as the group starts to move. He seems to have semi-consciousness, but he still seems to be having some kind of adverse effect.
Yeah, let's drag him along.
He moves along. He's functional, but he doesn't seem to be able to communicate. You'll also notice Sweets seems to be in a similar condition, though you can't really tell because she can't speak. So, you know.
All right,
Your sacrifice won't be in vain.
We're not sacrificing anything. Shut up.
Well, guys, I think it's on a timer. It's on a repeat thing. You won't have to
No, like, sacrificed anything though, so that's how I'm confused.
So, I'm gonna try to do a limited telepathy thing with Kettle and see if I'm able to get him to speak using his, by thinking rather than actually using his words, and just be like, "Hey, Kettle, there, you all right there, bud? You started wigging out there for a second, a little worried about you. I had to shake you for a second there. You okay?"
Out of character, I just had to take an emergency call. Sorry about that.
Do you need to dip? Are you okay?
No, I'm good. I just wanted to let you know why I had to go.
Okay. All right. Making sure. Anyway, you've not been subjected to the crazy voices of the cave, certainly, so.
See you around, piece of meat.
I have absolutely no idea what that just said.
I don't either.
See you around.
Piece of meat.
Piece of meat. Gotcha. Okay.
It's very objectifying. I don't agree with that.
No,
Okay, the
I'll
last person who
saunter my
told us
way.
that got absolutely murdered.
You're wrong.
I've been trying to run. I've been trying to get everybody to go.
We can't
Like,
be
let's
hurt.
go.
Your sacrifice won't be in vain.
So we now have
I
blood
really need-
sword.
I really need one that says join us in that voice.
Us. Us.
So do we go down the other way, or do we just leave?
Yeah. I say we go up to the U and then down the other path.
As you enter what you remember to be the split point, you come into a small room that only
Wait,
has...
before we leave, nobody's gonna take the magical items off the priestess?
Sure, fuck it. I'll be that asshole and just fucking be the loot goblin. I am a goblin after all. Why
I'm
not?
actually going to pick all the people that I tore down. I'm going to pick up and carry out with us.
That's like 19 people.
That's a lot of
I
bodies.
took down 6 people, thank you.
Oh, okay. That's still 6
Yeah.
bodies, a couple 100 pounds apiece.
I'll-
You're gonna have to sled drag them or something. You know what I mean?
I could carry many, many thousands of pounds of salt.
I mean, you can carry a lot of things. It's not a matter of how much weight it is, as how awkward it is to carry
In the cave,
60.
yeah. You're gonna set off all the spores of the cave walls if you walk with 6 bodies.
No, he could probably carry like 2 people and like 2 sets of like each arm, but like
yeah.
no way
I'm just telling you, if you walk with 6 people, you're gonna set off the cave spores. There's not enough space for it.
Then I'm at least going to bury the person that I'm going to carry the person that we spoke to.
Priest.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. You guys are in a grave, so I mean, technically she is buried. Yeah, but if you want to do some kind of ritual or something, you can try.
I do have the burial ritual. Like, that's a thing.
Then you can do that, and you can apply it to all the bodies in the room. Because again, they're already underground. You're more than 6 feet under.
Oh yeah, give them some weird
yeah.
divine thing.
Oh, read them their last
I'm
rites.
gonna do that. I'm gonna cast ceremony then. It's my last spell.
You do so. These bodies are now concentrated in whatever god that you preach to. You feel, maybe.
Does the creepiness get offended?
You still there?
I'm trying to leave.
Yeah, at that point, it kind of sounded like it was getting a little freaky, and I'm not feeling it.
You guys go.
Again, that is not the thing to say to us. That's what the last person said who we murdered.
Thank you for the blood sword spooky voices.
Idleness is the root of all evil.
This thing has not shown itself.
It has not.
We've only heard it.
You have only seen it take care of the lights that you lit, the non-magical ones, and you have seen it affect 2 of your party members. Though you notice Sweets has calmed down as well.
I'm gonna check on Sweet to make sure she's okay.
She signs to you something. You have no idea what she says.
So it's like pitch black in here now.
No. The magical lights from the bard is still up. It was just the physical ones that you guys lit. And Sparksy pewed out for one of his turns.
Yeah, I'll cast light on a dagger and put it back on the belt.
Your weapons are useless.
My
Prove
weapon
it.
is magic and it's never useless.
I could have grown in that tail waiting for you.
We go.
As we finish that whole ritual thing, making sure that they go to wherever they're going, and we go back out. You said we go into a room.
So, where you assumed or remember there being a crossroads, there is a small room with but a single door. There's no way to an exit. Like a baby.
So you're saying we're in a place that's no longer the same place?
Maybe.
Is there still a fork behind us? Like, does it still split off into 2?
No. Where you are at where the fork was, and it is now a room. But it looks furnished, as if it was crafted suddenly. Things are fresh
Okay, yeah.
and new.
I rolled a 1 on the D12. I'm not okay with this. I'm done with being pushed around by people thinking they're deities. I want to beat something up. I'm done with this. I'm done with being pushed around and forced down holes and forced out of the rain and forced to kill my friends. I'm done with it. Come and fight me.
I second this.
Yes. Yes.
You can say yes all you want. Your blood is still not on my axe.
You had it coming.
What kind of furnishings are in this room?
They look to be all wooden in nature. Everything fabricated in here is all made out of wood.
I would pull out one of my daggers and poke at it to see if it is actual wood or an illusion.
You poke at it, and it seems to be real.
This is no mere illusion. We have definitely...
It looks like someone built a room around the walkway. Basically to cut off your escape and put a door in your way for some reason.
Hey guys, I think we might be in something's lair or something like that, you know?
But don't say.
I know, it's crazy. I do think that the best thing we could do is break down that door, and I've got a foot itching to break it down. Anyone else care to join?
Yes.
While they're doing that, can I pull out the lute and start playing a power ballad and inspire as many people as I can?
Did you say a power ballad?
Yeah.
So something like that?
I hear
Please don't
pixels.
do that. It sounds
All I hear is random. I do not hear a song.
Oh no? Oh man, that's a great song. I hope the
Robot
people on
parts.
the
I don't know what that was.
I cast guidance on Thrud.
Thread, you have guidance cast on you. How does that make you feel?
That makes me feel really nice.
You know where to go. You think?
Right? So first things first is I do want to try to see if I can like perceive or investigate. I don't know, something along the lines to make sure that this door isn't gonna just blast me into oblivion.
As you search, you hear a voice.
You will die.
Yeah, but not today, spooky bitch.
Your friends will abandon you.
Probably, but you know what? I already lost a bunch to a dragon. You think that's gonna scare me? Nah.
Friend's trying to inspire him right now.
Yes, I wouldn't listen to any strangers. It's not. Yes, I wouldn't listen to any random voices. It won't help things.
So I'm trying to see if this door's trapped. So I'm assuming it's
It's
an
not.
investigation.
Nope. It's good. I'm not even going to make you roll. Simple check
Oh,
tells
dope.
you this is a freshly built door.
Awesome. I kick the door down.
You do so. There's a small path lined with mushrooms on the far side. Again, it looks like someone had literally just built a room at the intersection for some reason.
Did I inspire anyone?
You can inspire whoever you want. That's your choice.
Oh, I have 3 to dole out, so
I'll take one.
we'll do Thrud and Kettle and Barry.
Hey, Kettle, do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? With this big old spooky
go
sword.
first. Dang it!
I will destroy you.
Somebody beat you to it. I used to be a person, you piece of crap. As I walk down the
You had it coming.
I might have. I don't know who I was or what I did. As I keep punching.
Can I? Does the voice come from a particular direction, or
No,
is it like
it's-
inside your
It
head?
seems to be whispered in the back of y'all's ears, though you are hearing the same thing for the most part, unless I specifically say just you hear that. So, like when he was messing with the door, he's the only one that heard that.
Can I, inside my head, viciously mock this voice?
Sure, cast vicious mockery and see if you can talk mad junk. Oh, wait, I have sound bites for this if you want some inspiration.
You only talk about abandonment because your parents left you.
Oh no. Why's your dad going up for milk? Anyway.
Is that why you're hard?
I promise I'll be back.
You're not showing your face because you're ugly.
Well, you're. Oh wait, I have to do it safe. Huh?
It's just like what is
Yeah,
it?
your shit talking is doing something, but mostly just entertaining you.
Oh, all right.
I
It
like
does
it.
take 1d4 psychic damage.
We all just hear Rhett in the background laughing.
Just
Oh no,
he just sounds insane. It's great.
It's like
Rat
Oh,
friend, are you
yeah.
okay?
I'd say you're laughing awful lot back there.
I'm mocking my own mind.
Well, the
Oh,
only
sounds like a
way
bad plan.
forward. So I guess we're moving through the door if it's untrapped.
It's untrapped.
Okay, guys. Okay, in all seriousness, out of character, did we gain any information from coming here? Like the whole point we came here for was information, and it seems like there was a voice, and we've gained absolutely nothing.
I also gained a sword.
Physical sword.
Which is probably possessed or some crap. Probably why
fine.
you hear voices.
That
So we
seems like
know-
something that we shouldn't keep.
Oh, that's up to me to decide. It's my sword now, and I've named it
You can
Steven.
stay here in the creepy room if you
Steven!
want to.
Write that down on your character sheet. Steven. There's effects to it once you attune to it. It'll be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know that it's a shadow something. It puts out light, and it's thorny, shambly, moundy, and it killed a whole party.
It's a shadow that casts out light. That makes no
he
sense.
means puts out light.
Yeah, it
Oh,
eats light. Like
Or time. It could eat time.
It didn't put out any of the magical light.
no,
Yeah,
just
so-
the physical stuff.
It's so
maybe
it's
it's
not.
just a fire extinguisher.
It's
He had-
not
he had
eating
also said-
time. It's not eating. It's not eating light. It's eating time because the candles burnt down. Correct.
Good
But
observation.
Exactly.
But your spell didn't go faster either. You know, so your spell didn't last like half the duration or whatever.
So that's the thing, though. It's not. It's not that it's eating time. It's that while we were there, we didn't realize that it was going quicker around us.
But your lights never went out faster as well.
Well, if they're
The
mine,
magical. So
right?
th-
Like
they,
if they're
they're
my things, time isn't affecting us; it's affecting the environment.
Is the sword iron?
Sorta.
I don't know. I mean, kind of. It's made of blood, so I mean, I guess there's iron in it.
Most
Eh.
oxygen, though. Don't try and light it on fire.
Fuck yeah, flaming blood sword.
Steven.
Steven the Flaming Blood Sword. Someone add that to the Chronicles of Ridiculousness because I love it. So, as you guys continue on, I'm going to keep using this voice thing because it makes me giggle. So, you guys continue down the hallway. What's your order of march? Just so I can put it on my personal board.
Number one.
Kettle, check. Who's after Kettle?
Two.
Sweets is in the very back.
I'll
Thread.
hang
number
out with
two.
Sweets.
Okay, who's next?
Barry will be somewhere in the middle. 3, I guess.
Okay.
I'll be number 2 because I'm no wussy.
Well, okay. All right. So Thread's in the back?
No, I said I was number 2. I don't
Yeah,
know why.
that's what I said. So 1, 2, 3, and 7 are all filled currently.
I'll take this far back as you can put me.
Okay, you're right next to Sweets.
That's my plan.
All right, Shadow Monster of Doom. Do you want to be in between me and Barry, or do you want to be next to Barry?
I'll be next to Barry.
Okay, so order of march currently that you guys can tell is Handy Dandy Kettle, Handy Dandy Thread, Handy Dandy Barry, Handy Dandy Marzex, Handy Dandy Profi, Handy Dandy Rhett, and last but not least, Useless Sweets.
We've got people.
I'm gonna
that
sing
can do
Sweets a
telepathy.
Love Ballad as we march along.
You
You're not
do so.
useless if you soak a hit.
Roll it. Roll your performance as you are marching along. It is echoed in the room.
That is a crit, my friend.
I don't know which is
This
more
is
annoying.
the greatest love ballad in a scary hole ever. If she cared whatsoever and wasn't terrified to death, this might be romantic.
It might calm her down.
Instead, you just gather her attention, but she still looks pretty. What's the
Perturbed.
perturbed? That's a good word. We're gonna use perturbed. She looks perturbed. She isn't freaking out or seizing like Kettle was, but she is something's happening.
Excuse me,
And
what?
some of you were
Yeah,
seizing earlier. That was how we noticed there was something wrong going on. You weren't talking, you were flipping out. So was Sweets.
You're
This
just
was
like,
not explained to me.
Look, I need an explanation in case you had to leave, all right?
Yeah.
So as you guys come down the lane.
Humans are so human.
Who
did
here's a
somebody
human?
What was that?
Do you want me to play it again one more time?
Humans are so human.
You fed us
Okay,
a
are
shoe?
any of us actually
No.
human?
Yeah,
It said
he's-
humans are so human, but like, okay, we have uno human. You're not really human though. You pretend.
I'm a human. What are you talking about? Am I literally the only actual human in this group at this point?
Yes.
So, yeah.
There's
Ah.
no human.
Oh man, I forgot
or
that.
even you.
It's singling you out, man.
I'm very
It
afraid.
just threatened Brophy.
Brophy just shit himself, just so you guys know. Humans are
It's a
so.
lot better.
Does that mean I'm surrounded by creatures? What does that mean? I'm so confused.
Technically, you're surrounded by creatures.
Look,
Don't-
the main
don't worry
charge
about
for
it.
all of us is to protect Brophy. Understand that
That's-
we should
that's
be on
for
absolute
you.
killer alert.
Nobody threatens Profi.
That's all you guys. I joined up because of the dragon.
That was like the origin story of the Royalists. Did they just say get to the mission?
Stick to the mission.
Down the tunnel.
Get to the mission. Go to the mission. We must help people. We must provide for the poor. I like it. Let's go.
Sounds good.
Life of the mind.
Who cares
know what
about
that
the
one said.
poor?
So,
All right,
as
let's
you
keep it
guys
moving.
waddle
Oh,
down the hall, you come into a wide open cavern. It is filled with stalactites and stalagmites, piercing the tops and bottoms of the cave. Sitting in the center is a small pool of water. Sitting in said pool is what looks to be a mirror. On the far side, there looks to be what remains or was a bedroom or something like that, somewhere where someone was living. And
Rhett?
it looks to be well furnished. Like, it's a nice looking bedroom in this little cave. There's a small treasure hoard not far away, but that is all you see.
Mushrooms?
There are no mushrooms in this room. The mushrooms
Perfect.
at the walking.
Rhett would
Anyone-
100% go and check himself out in that mirror.
You do. Oh, so just as a clarification, you do have to step into the water to check yourself
Okay.
out in the mirror. Okay. As you leave the marching order and waddle over in front of the mirror, you look at yourself in the mirror and you see yourself handsome, rugged. How you always look, right? What's your charisma score? Just out of curiosity.
19.
Yeah, you're pretty. You got it. You're 9.5 out of 10 on a good day. So as you flex and smile and whatnot, the rest of you see him start to seize.
oh no.
I'm going to
Barry,
go out to him on top of the water.
You walk on top of the water, and he's still seizing.
And I'm going to pull him away from the mirror.
Breaks the mirror.
As soon as Kettle touches his friend, he also starts to seize and is frozen in place. Kettle, you are in your head grabbing your friend. But that moment for you freezes, not that you can realize it. So just pause as a character. Your
Got it.
mission, you're grabbing your friend. In your head, all's good.
Got it.
Can I throw my non-magical longsword into this fucking mirror?
Sure.
Just walk up and go. "Ah!"
You do so. Make a ranged attack. Don't roll a 1, otherwise you're stabbing your friends in the back of the head while they're frozen in time.
It's
Longswords aren't very easy to throw.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
No,
No, they're not. But I do have a strength of 20, so I would like to think it's just one of those things that's just like fuck it.
I feel like it shouldn't be
that's-
a toss. It should 100% just be like a ridiculous tomahawk from over the head. But
Essentially.
that's beside the point. Go ahead, roll it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be with my strength, I'm assuming, as a
Yes.
plus.
Yep.
All right, so that's gonna be 14. Just
You yeet it
14
at the
seems to
mirror,
be
and
my
it
lucky
goes,
number.
hits the mirror, and sticks in. It's now stuck into the mirror. The mirror
Does the
didn't
mirror
shatter.
crack?
Nope, it seems to absorb the sword, except for the sword pops through the other side. You guys can kind of see it if you walk around the pond.
So he just like stabbed it.
Yeah.
The mirror itself looks almost now that it is made of liquid metal, as it is floating above the pool. Sorry.
Arcana check.
You do so.
Also, by
just
the way,
like
this is the first time you have all seen Kettle walk on water.
Look here, not surprised.
Jesus.
I think you walked on water when we were pulling the hammer handle out of that.
I
pond
got
back
it.
in the day.
18.
I was going to, but it didn't end up actually
So
happening.
what the room is full of energy, magical energy. It permeates. It's almost breathable. Super easy to detect. Where specifically are you looking? Because I assume you kind of want something to know about. Because otherwise the DM answer right now is yes, magic.
The mirror. I'm trying to like identify. Like, is it like a portal? Whatever.
So as you identify the mirror, it looks to be under some kind of what's the magic that changes things?
Transmutation.
No,
Yeah.
not transform, like molded into something.
Alteration.
That one.
Alchemy.
I don't know if that's a spell, and like I don't know if that's
It's not. It's a school of magic. It's alteration.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at
Transmutation,
Alteration.
conjuration.
No,
I don't know.
It's alteration. That's good. That's the right one. I'm telling you. So,
no abjuration. There's abjuration, conjuration, divination, enchantment, evocation, illusion, necromancy, and transmutation.
it's not transmutation.
Is it abjuration?
It's got to be abjuration. Yeah, it's the A one.
Okay.
Well, I don't really have anything besides just like running up there and drop kicking the two out of the fucking mirror range. So
You can do that.
anybody want to try to just dispel magic? I think that might be a good idea. Anybody, or are we out of magic slots?
I don't dispel magic.
No.
Neither do I.
Your perception is easier.
Barry will prepare his 50-foot hemp rope and make a lasso
You do so.
and try and toss it over Kettle and give him a tug and see if that budges.
You do so, and as your rope touches your friends, as you are holding the rope, you start to seize. The rest of you see him start to freak out as soon as the rope touches you. In your mind, your lasso lands perfectly. It was a good throw. And in real life, it does land perfectly. It was a good throw. Your time has stopped.
Oh no.
So oh god, this is. What are we supposed to do here? I feel like if I drop kick them and I launch them off in a direction.
We're supposed to all get frozen in time. Like out of character, we're all supposed to get frozen in time.
I'm not about that.
Neither am I, but it's what's happening. It's clearly what the DM wants to happen.
Well, if there's one thing I'm great at, it's breaking things. All right.
You can be a jack. Absolutely be a jack. I will always advocate for the jack.
All right. So hear me out. All right. So I use giant. Hear me out. All right. You got. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make myself big, and then I'm gonna run and just body slam the two of them out the fucking way. All right. Worst comes to worst, I'm gonna drown in a puddle. Come on.
Oh no!
Just
Oh,
do it. And then Profi, just This seems dumb. Barry, this seems dumb, right? We saw what
Barry
it did to
sees.
we saw what we did to the. Oh right, yeah. I look at Barry and he's frozen. This is dumb. I turned to Rhett. You're
You
still
got
here,
an
right?
idea here?
No, Rhett's over there.
Yeah.
Isn't frozen in time right now. Or I just say, who isn't having a seizure right now? I turn and look at Sweets.
Me,
And
I'm not
Sweets-
having a seizure.
Sweets
And
has
me.
touched our handy dandy friend Barry and has started to seize yet again because she had touched our handy dandy robot the last time without y'all realizing.
So, I mean, should I use Steven and try to like stab the magic with the magic?
Your weapons are useless.
So I'm gonna take that as a no. Thank you, Mr. Spooky Steven.
I cast Eldritch Blast at the mirror.
You're wrong.
You do so. Roll an attack.
Okay, does that last one say you're rogue?
Wrong.
You're
Okay,
Seven-
it sounds like you're rogue, and I'm like, we don't have a rogue.
Yes, you
17 to
do.
hit.
It's Brophy. Brophy's a rogue.
Oh,
17
so it's calling him out again. The human and the rogue.
Calling me out. This is some bull.
17
So-
to hit.
As you do so, your magic connects, and it is a solid strike, and in your head, nothing.
Just so you know, I can't be put to sleep.
You are not
In
put
case-
to sleep.
Okay.
Is he seizing
Yeah,
now?
neither-
You are
neither can
seeing the magic hit the mirror, and the mirror is starting to crack, but you don't know. Your time is froze. You are seizing like everyone else.
So does it look like it's actually cracked?
For the two of us that are not frozen in time, the magic hit and dissipated, and now the mirror is purple.
Gosh dang it. Stupid.
It is not that. It is
Faster
purple because
Yaman.
you're
It's God Faster Yaman.
time out. Younger, what color is your Eldritch Blast? Because you get to describe what it looks like, and it might not actually be purple thinking about it. I just always assume it is purple.
It's like more shadowy black.
Okay, so the mirror is now black then.
Oh,
that's
disgusting.
As if it is dissipating the magical energy that it was hit with.
So what do you want to do about this? Listen.
Profi looks around and says, well, I don't want to touch my friends, apparently. I don't want to throw magic or weapons or things like that. I'm surprised you didn't get froze for yeeting a sword, but maybe the sword is not attuned to you, so you're fine.
Well, I mean, it was just a regular sword, so...
Okay, so no magic on that. Not attuned to you. Regular weapons don't seem to hurt it. There's other things in this room we should probably look at.
I guess, but now I'm scared if I touch, like, that pile of treasure over there, then I'm gonna start seizing, and then you'll be here alone trying to figure
and
it
then
out.
I'm leaving you. I'm listening to the voice, and I'm gonna abandon you. I just so we're clear.
That's not nice. Why would you do that?
Look, my
Sheesh.
objective.
Aren't half of these people... Hold up, aren't half these people sworn to protect you?
Yeah, and they're doing a great job with whatever is going on right now.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you gotta be able to stick your own neck out just to figure something out, alright? So sure, let's go look around, alright? And we'll be alright, okay? But you 100% are touching everything before me.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't make the rules.
Yes. Yes.
Sure, I'm gonna fucking look around and hope for the best here.
Okay, I'm rolling a d12 to see how I feel about that statement. You know what? I'm okay. Profi has accepted his fate.
I got a total of 23.
Okay, so a total of 23. You look around the room. Again, I described the place. There's a bedroom-esque looking roomy thing. There's a pile of treasure. There's the mirror in the center. Basically, it's a three-prong room in essence. You can see all of it from everywhere. There's no, like, cut-off areas. But which of those two other areas would you like to explore?
So do you want the bedroom or do you want the other one?
1 second. Let me roll d12 on that question. I don't think this is the time nor the place to be
Split
offering
up.
anything like that.
Yeah, I just figured. Let's check out the bedroom first, I guess.
This doesn't get any better, but you know what? If I'm gonna die, might as well, right? To the bedroom.
Chihuahua, who knew?
Profi takes off his shirt and realizes what you were talking about. He goes, "Oh, you want us to search the bedroom? That's what you meant. My bad."
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe another time. Winks.
Winks.
Anyway.
Is aware that he missed something.
All right, so I guess we're checking out the bedroom.
Hey, give me 10 seconds. We're gonna be right back, everybody. I'm getting an important phone call. I'm sorry.
He left. Just like my
5-minute
dad.
break.
Just
Okay.
like my dad.
God damn it! Why do you guys leave me alone? I was just gonna drop kick two of you out of the situation, knock three of us over. We all drown in puddles.
If I was picturing like time restarting and you had done that and you would have drop kicked Rhett and Kettle while Kettle was grabbing Rhett and I was lassoing Kettle, and Marzex would be blasting the mirror. So it, I don't know. I'm gonna grab my other Red Bull. I'll be right back.
So what? I've committed a big no-no. I played a warlock who didn't take Eldritch Blast invocations.
Ooh.
So since I don't have Eldritch Blast invocations, I can't push people 10 feet back.
Oh. There's
I just have
a
regular invocations.
there's a nifty combo with that. If you're like a halfling, how you can pass through somebody's square. You just like
Somebody
knee
up.
slide under somebody and just keep launching them up into the air. Yeah.
I like that
I'm-
one.
I'm
Okay,
still waiting
sorry.
for us to get into combat so that me and Kettle can do our new Rainbow Maker combo because I want to see it.
So,
Yeah.
sorry about that. That was is Younger still here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
That was Sam.
Oh, hi.
I'll talk to him later. Oh, Spain got another emergency call. Or
Wow, everybody's busy tonight.
we can call. We're popular. We're popular people, friends. We're popular people. So, Kettle's seizing, so he has free time. So I'm not super worried about it. The bedroom, the two of us. It's Drooly's not the right word.
Dreary.
Dreary. Thank you. That was the word I was trying to say. It is dreary in here. It looks to be. There are signs of children and toys and things spread out across the floor. There seems to be one very large bed and several smaller beds. There looks to be all kinds of other things that would indicate family or families lived in this area. The further in you get, this looks to be much more than just a singular room, as if you entered its own little pocket dimension-esque thing, that it's from its own place. There are beds all over the place. As you get closer and look more in tuned, it's not just a single bedroom, but like a communal hall.
All right, that's not creepy. Does it look like? Well, I guess. Do I hear anything coming from over there, or is it just like?
It is dead silent.
Do you want to go in there? Do you want to look at the loot pile?
He looks over and goes, I was expecting a single bedroom. This is not what I want to be in. It's huge, I say, and the word echoes throughout the hall. You realize that it is now full of dwarven and elvish carvings made with human sprockets, and gnomish inventions seem to be everywhere. Again, it looks like a community lived and thrived in whatever the heck this thing is.
Oh man, this is giving me real creep vibes. It kind of reminds me of back in the day. Oh, that's awful. All right.
As you look around, you do see something that catches your eye. In the distance, a skin-covered box like shattered across the floor. It looks like it once was on a high pedestal, but has since crashed to the ground, and whatever is left of said boxes shattered all over the place.
So
Actually,
the
I take that back. There are several boxes that are destroyed and shattered in front of this pedestal.
So the guy that had mending is currently messed up. So I don't. know what we could do about that.
Do you investigate the boxes?
Sure, I'll do it very cautiously.
As you do so, you don't touch them for fear of curses and bad things, but the boxes themselves are destroyed. It looks like the wrath of the elements came through and destroyed whatever these boxes were made of. Though upon closer inspection, make a nature check.
Oh god, I've got dick off for nature. But that is a natural 16 with a plus nothing.
You've
So-
seen this skin before, once on a shield a long time ago when you were a child. One of the warriors that inspired you to be who you are today carried a shield of this skin. It's Trask.
Oh, wow.
That's Taraskin. What the fuck?
And it is
What you're
Yes.
asking?
and it is destroyed. Ribbons destroyed. The boxes that
That-
it was forming or surrounding are still mostly intact, and you're pretty sure just because the Taraskin is so hardy.
That's
that
insane.
it looks like these boxes have various numbers of holders that for some kind of stones or something like that, but there are no stones in there. There are fragments all over the floor surrounding the boxes, though.
Fragments of stones?
Yep, they are of various colors. Some of them look liquidy and splashed everywhere.
Do you have like some gloves?
I look at my gloved hands. Yes.
Or alright. Do you think we should try to like scoop that shit together?
No.
I am thinking no. No. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure we were on that same page.
Profi considered it heavily for about 2 seconds, looked at the weird colored stone fragments and said, "Nah, fam, my survival instinct just said if I touch those, I'd die."
Alright, cool. That was what mine was saying. So let's go check out that pile of whatever the fuck it was back in the other side.
So
eh?
you leave the room, and as you exit, it seems to condense down into what looks to be a small living area, and as you get farther away, it seems to look like a singular bed.
That's
you go.
nifty though.
You go over to the treasure trove, and as you enter, there's a giant library. There's no gold, there's no treasure as it looks from a distance, but as you enter, there's a gigantic library. And sitting in a small stool in the center of this library is a shadow of something, reading a book, flipping through it. The shadow turns to look at you and in a sweet, calm voice says, "You found me."
Yeah.
The rest of you! As soon as those words are said and your friends disappear into what you assume to be nothingness, you unfreeze from time. And as that happens, one of you gets yoinked off the throne by a lasso. The other one sees a spell explode into nothingness. The sword shatters on the ground. And Kettle, what were you trying to do the berry? Did you just grabbed him, right?
Yeah.
So not only does Rhett get yeeted or grabbed, he also gets pulled at the same time. So he just gets wah into the water. And as you look at the water that you were in, it is no longer this crystalline water that you saw before. It is very reminiscent of where you found the legendary item before. It looks just like that frozen lake, and you see yourself, it is starting to freeze over already. And in the center, the mirror seems to have coalesced into a small shield.
Grab it. I'm going to grab it
You do so.
before it freezes.
You do so. You jump off the ice, not freezing solid ice. And go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as you nimbly avoid being frozen.
Dex save. Let's see. What's my dex? 5.
Good thing there's a rope around your neck. Barry and Kettle, as your friend is getting frozen by whatever this is, go ahead and roll strength checks to pull him out of freezing. Rhett, I need you to roll me a luck die, which is just a D12. Let's see how lucky you are.
D12.
Roll high.
It's a 4.
That is not good.
24 on the strength check.
Nice.
14.
You both succeed in pulling him quite thoroughly. Unfortunately, a good chunk of his body is frozen solid. Oh!
Oh.
I rolled full body off the bat. I'm not going to count that because you only rolled a 4, which means it's only restricted to 4 certain body parts.
Did I get the shield?
Oh, yes. Your right foot, though, is frozen in the ice and ripped out because of the 24 pulling so hard. You've lost a foot.
Oh!
Yep.
Kettle just ripped your ankle off from the frozen limb that was there.
No!
Oops.
There ain't no.
I need you all to look at Thread screen right now. That is the appropriate reaction to what just happened. Thank you.
Do it again. I missed it. No.
He just disassociated for 10 seconds. I could see it on screen.
Yeah, it happens. Just
So, congratulations.
I'll wrap it up.
Yeah, you're probably screaming in pain. Go ahead and roll me a d12 to see how you're feeling about after having your foot ripped off, because it was not
How
friendly.
much damage is that?
One lost
That is
foot.
9.
You're
Does that
handling it
count
pretty
as a
well.
limb?
It's just literally below his ankle.
Yes, but like, is that 1/4 health gone, or
Oh no, I wouldn't take out.
what's the damage on that?
It's 12th.
Okay.
There's got to be more than 12 damage for having a foot ripped off.
A 12th.
Oh, okay.
Of my total health or of the health I have right now?
Total health. Basically, lower your max health by a 12th.
Cool, because I have a lot to spare.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Are there any shadows around this place?
There's shadows everywhere.
I jumped to a shadow that's not the pool of water instantly.
You succeed. You're shadowy. Again, the only places that have light is where Rhett is currently casting. Which, by the way, can you make a concentration check to see if your flickering lights are still there after losing a foot?
Can we assume they're not?
Okay, we can assume. So it's darkness everywhere. It's real dark besides the natural ambiance given off by the room's bullshit. You're in a shadow, Younger. So you rolled a 9. You handle it very well. Apparently, the pain isn't that bad because it froze the nerves.
Oh, it's the bleed. He's not bleeding either. That's great.
He's not bleeding whatsoever. He just ripped straight off,
Nice.
like ripping chicken meat off a bone kind of thing.
he just
Good thing I
had
have a
liquid
scorpion to ride.
CO2 and liquid nitrogen just freeze his
So
entire
someone needs to make a
foot.
medical check to wrap him up and stubby man him for a little bit.
I can do that.
You do so.
Do I have anything
What's a foot for a legendary item? You know.
worth it?
I got a 14.
Good enough. You wrap him up. He's fine. The mummy knows how to wrap. Surprise, surprise. So as a side note for this legendary item, I had something in mind, but how meta do you want this item to be?
I want it to be Trask and like.
No.
I will take anything you'll give me. Honestly.
Okay, so this
The
will
mirror shields from 3.5.
no. It'll be better. You attune to this item in a bit, and we'll explain what happens. It'll be
A shield of levitation.
That'd be kind of cool.
The mirror shield was my favorite item in 3.5.
It's my favorite item in Skyrim. So, cutscene to your friends as you're patching your other friend up. We're in this room. It is a cold, damp library full of books and a shadow of a woman sitting on what looks to be a rocking chair. She rocks gently back and forth. She looks to be pale as the ocean. Her pointed ears look back at you, and a crooked smile is heaped all the way up to her face as if she had a gash come across it.
Oh,
Her face is old and degraded, and she looks tired. She
Well
smiles
there,
as
ma'am.
best she can, and you found me. Finally, someone found me.
are you okay? How long have you been here? I guess knowledge is the true treasure after all, hey? Get it? Library. Looks like a treasure pile outside.
She giggles. She sounds full of life when the voice comes out of her, and she looks at you and says, I've been here as long as I've needed to be. I've kept them alive as long as I could. but I had to get rid of them. They had to be free.
Do you mind explaining that to me? What do you mean?
She shakes her head. Sorry. It's been a long time since I've talked to people.
All right. Yeah, you want some rations? I mean, I've got some like
I'm not hungry. I don't.
turkey jerky, great gobbler jerky.
The Great Gobbler. Those are
Yeah,
still a thing.
You want some of the jerky? I mean, it might be a little rough at this point, but it's...
She shakes her head. I haven't eaten anything in a long time. I haven't needed to.
Oh,
I believe she's in a similar state to that of myself.
probably. So,
who are you?
well, I'm Thrud.
Unlike your friends, I wasn't able to intercept the contents of your mind. I know one of you is Profi and one of you is Thrud, but that is all I know.
Oh, I'm just a big dumb idiot that really likes to fight things.
That makes you Thrud,
Yeah, exactly.
according to Rhett.
Oh, I guess it makes sense.
She
Yeah.
smiles and says he thinks that about most of the people here.
Oh, well, I guess that really makes sense. Too bad he doesn't know the one thing that I definitely know that he doesn't know. He'll never know. Anyway,
Just stop. We're gonna have a brain aneurysm looking at this video later. What did he just say? Between all the weird noises, I can't handle rhymes. So, oh hey, I just realized that we've been on BRB for the last couple minutes. Sorry. Switch back to us seeing our faces. My bad. Good thing that was only 2 minutes worth of recording.
So, what do you mean? Who are we? I understand that you weren't able to get us, and that's only because, well,
who do
Profi
you
made the statement.
You are. There's one.
Someone.
We are the next King Guard, I suppose.
I don't think you're there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're in the other room, patching up the upset bard.
Dang it.
So you're saying there's only one answer that you really accept here?
Well, one answer that is true for you. Only one can know themselves.
This is
So
true.
Who are you?
Broken person running from their past.
An interesting answer. And you think with this one here, you'll find the things you seek?
Honestly, at the end of the day, I kind of just want to, I don't know, possibly get my friend out of my head.
Wow. What if I told you you only have so long to struggle?
Well, I'd say, I'd like longer to struggle. Because the only way of being able to get my friend back from the unfortunate passing that he had to suffer by the hands of whatever that thing is that we were guarding, well, that's more important to me. I failed in keeping him alive, and damn it, I want to bring him back.
Seems like you might be up to it. But, she smiles wearily. Unfortunately for you, I made a mistake long ago. Not that long ago. I don't know how long it's been. I've been here a while now.
That being?
That being, I brought the gods back. I should have left them be where they were. But now they're back and causing havoc again.
Wait, was that... I got a question for you. I'm not sure if you really know very much about
Profi over
what
there
my...
Continue. No, he's just being ornery. Don't mind him.
You're fine. So I got a question for... I'm not sure if you are one to know of my old sect. We were guarding a portal, and what the higher ups in our group thought was it was some form of deity, evil one trapped behind it. Was it really?
Yes, probably. Without the cordon stones protecting this world, the gods get to do what they wish.
Oh shit! And you're the one that brought them back, so got rid of the stones. Wait. So that room over there, that's right over there, where those boxes that look like Tarascan, those stones the bits that were broken.
Yes, those were the cordon stones.
Is this place just like memories?
No, it's a physical place.
All right. How the fuck do you make more of them?
You don't. Long dead magic from places far away from here, for sure.
Well then, is there any more or anything close enough to that?
I destroyed them all. The fool that I
Why?
was. I wanted to bring them back. All the people that I'd lost. Everything. I was okay losing the man that I loved a half a century ago, or sorry, half a millennia ago when he was time to die, because that is what he decided to do. But then I lost my family, and I lost more of my family, and an evil empire that had been running around since I was a child decided that they weren't allowed to be anymore. That the community we had built was doomed to these graves. We talked about the room in the other room. Did you inspect the beds at all? Did you see the children? Did you see my friends and family lying there, lifeless, suffocated by spores?
I'm sorry to say, but no. I saw those boxes and the flesh of the boxes. They just reminded me of a story of a
Cutscene.
hero.
As you are describing this, the four of you have decided to enter into the room to hear this conversation. As you do so, and you're explaining the last bit about your mentor and friend, she says, "Welcome in, Kettle, Marzex, Barry, and Rhett. Sorry for my intrusion. Oh, and Sweets. Sorry for my intrusion into your minds. I need to know more before I let you in."
Did I hear broken cordon stones?
Yeah.
Roll it.
What do you want me to roll?
Odd even.
Okay, I choose even.
Okay.
You want me to roll or you
No,
roll?
I got it. That's my D8 into oblivion. Yes, you heard it.
Okay. I know this sounds pretty wild of a suggestion. Is there any way we could mend the cordon stones if the pieces are still there?
I tried.
Or would it disintegrate on touching them?
She looks to you, and you look at her body and realize there's a reason she is made of mostly darkness.
Because she tried to touch it.
You could assume.
Okay.
Guys, she's the one that broke them, that brought the gods back.
Mm-hmm. Yes, says Profi in the corner. Yeah, that's what she said.
History check. Can I find out who they are?
Yeah, sure. Roll it. This isn't even a high history check. The location and all this other stuff is lots of hints, so you guys should know this.
A 19.
Okay, you really know this. So this is the Flame of Justice. One of the members of Mithro Justice. The sea elf. What was her name? We'll call her Evelyn, because I can't remember. But Evelyn, the Flame Bearer, or the Flame of Justice. A very powerful druid.
Hey, Evelyn. Could I have my foot back?
She looks at you and says, "What happened to your foot?"
I did. I'm
your ice
sorry.
pool froze, and then Kettle ripped me off my foot.
Ah, that is highly unfortunate. I can't give you your foot back, but might be able to use some magic to give you a new one.
That would be cool.
She looks at
Plant
you.
foot, plant foot, plant foot.
She looks at you and smiles and says,
No,
"Wow."
Firefoot. Blaziken. Fire kick.
Then, as one of my final gifts to the living before I pass to the dead, take this shadow and keep it with you. As a part of her falls off one of her arms and slithers into the bottom of your foot and attaches and resembles a foot.
So I have like a shadow foot.
That's what it looks like.
Ah, awesome! Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate it. Can I do
You are
anything
no
for you in
longer Rhett
exchange?
Shadowbrook. You're Stony Brook. You are Rhett Shadowfoot.
You can wiggle your toes. It works just like a regular foot would. Aesthetically, though, it's a shadow.
Rhett Shadowfoot. That sounds dope.
I actually kind of like it. I'll change my name.
Gonna go register that later. So as you go and ask her, is there anything she can do? She says, "Well, there are gods coming that need to be stopped. I can't help you directly, but if you don't stop them, the world will end in chaos. If you're here for directions and things to do, all I can say is find somewhere and make it strong. Or they will destroy anything that can be broken, will be broken."
Is there anywhere you would recommend?
She smiles and says, "Well, maybe. There are many places that could be built and reforged. If you wanted one of Mithril Justice's layers, let's go to the map. For those of you watching, you guys get to see what the map looks like. So we're gonna pop this up. Boop. So she tells you that. Oh man, I'm trying to think of Mithril Justice locations. Younger, do you remember any major Mithril Justice hangouts?
Not particularly Mithril Justice, I don't think. I don't have any that popped to my head.
Okay.
I know the original guys' places, and I know where Fink Tooth ended up, you know?
Yeah. So she starts listing off towns that don't exist anymore.
Do we have Folgash's maps?
That's a salt. No. I thought,
Dang.
wait, actually, did you guys get his items? I don't remember if you did or not. We talked about
Yes.
that after he left.
So I'm pretty sure we got his items.
They're just on an
I
elephant
know.
currently.
Yeah, they're just kind of on the elephant.
Okay, so
I'm so sorry to say, but those places don't really exist anymore. You're bound to have a map in one of the in this library, right? Could we just circle a spot?
as you look around, the library is empty.
What the hell?
He says, "I don't have long for this world. You might want to leave."
Can I roll a history check for the
Sure.
for a stronghold location? Not just Mithril Justice, but like historic stronghold locations.
Sure.
Do we still have a modern map on us?
Okay, that's 19. What's my history?
You must get away from here.
Friends, guys, we gotta skedaddle. She doesn't have much left to go, and she's gonna. When she goes, we all go. So we gotta go.
I think we should go. Yeah, I think we should go.
Come
Good
on.
luck rejoining your husband.
Here,
I will sing your songs.
I take some gobbler jerky, and I'm just like, I know you don't have much left, but you enjoy it anyway. And fucking dip.
As you do so, a final smile crosses Evelyn's face and says, "Unfortunately, where I'm going, I will see none of the people I cared for," and fades into shadow.
Maybe I'll meet you there one day.
So, as she fades to nothingness, you hear... Maybe if I can find the right thing.
You're not my dad.
You're not my dad.
Sorry, finding an appropriate one here.
You're not my supervisor.
Your friends will abandon you. You
Run.
will die.
And it doesn't seem to be directed at you guys. It seems to be escaping from the shadowy fountain that was and is her body. As she is compiled into dust, the shadow that was consuming her continues to splurt out and forms this dark elemental creature. It fills the room. Prepare for combat.
Yeah.
Dead done.
Sorry, guys. It took me a while to get there, but it was going to happen. I promise. All right.
I'm so gonna die.
Big mood.
Well, you
If we
can.
had 2 more levels, I would have been able to do something about this map.
Okay, is the map on? Turn on map. I believe me.
Oh, we don't have like any spells, do we? Our spell
No.
casters have no spells.
No. But the
I have a
barbarian rolled a 21.
Also, barbarian can replace your guys' spells unless he used all those abilities.
Replacing 3rd level spells at highest.
Yes, but it takes a long time.
Oh, does it?
It's something that you do like prior to combat.
Oh, well.
Last combat, Rhett pulled out the sword anyway, right?
I did. I finally used a sword.
Well,
It's
I've got
dagger time.
I might be using a shield.
Ah, yes, the shield. You're not attuned to it, but miracles happen.
I have to say, well, I got some blood swords, so let's try this, eh?
So the room's structure changes. And it seems to magnetize almost immediately. Ah,
Oh hey, with my new foot, do I get that HP back?
yes, your max health returns.
Yay.
Yeah. For now, that's all that occurs. How are you health-wise? You should be okay. Ish.
I'm at 38 currently.
So, with the new foot, whatever health that you would have taken off, add to your character as if you had healed that much.
Okay, so I'm at
at a 12
44 currently.
Woo!
Ooh, 44 HP. Oh, I still have that potion though.
Big boy gonna get stabbed. What's everybody's rolls, by the way?
21.
Ooh, what's your dex?
+1.
Ooh, you're after me.
Oh, I thought maybe I'd actually go first this time.
I got that big, lovely number 3.
With ketchup?
21.
Right?
21. All right, I'm going to minimize you guys. So.
15!
Okay, I'm really upset because your faces are all covered now with the go check out our website thing.
Barrymore, what's your dex?
It's +4. It's 18.
So you go ahead of the other two 21s. 15 for Marzex.
Don't forget Thrud, Kettle, and Barry. You have inspirations.
Yes.
Okay, so Sweets goes on. You guys can see that on the screen there. 8 plus pluses, so a total of 10, I think. 11? 11.
Okay, and enemy?
Enemy goes on. That's the wrong dice. Looks like 10 total. And our handy dandy Profi goes on 19 plus pluses, which is a whopping 22.
Okay.
So what you're telling me is the best thing we can do is kill all of Profi's siblings, make him as strong as possible, and then like use their kingdom as a fort? I understand now. Make Profi the God Slayer.
I don't think you have to make me the God Slayer. You guys are way more badass than me, but you know, whatever. I ain't gonna say no.
So going first is Profi with a 22, followed by Barry with a 22, followed by Barry with a 21, followed by Kettle with a 21, followed by Rhett with a 21, followed by Marzex with a 15, followed by the enemy with a 10.
Why do we have 26 people with 21s? What the fuck?
Everyone was ready.
I'm
Yeah.
not ready.
Followed by
Neither
the
was
enemy
Denver.
with 10, followed by Thread with a 3.
Threads with the 3.
Thread was talking, was not ready for combat. Everyone else was like,
You're over
I
here
want this
tossing
thing.
jerky at the shadow. Like, here, take this. And she evaporates and then turns
Yeah.
into this monster in front of you. Just like, but my jerky dope.
I'm not even worried about the jerky now. It's just like, oh, she didn't even get to have anything for the road. That's some bullshit.
So, me first, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there, so that's nice. Here, I gotta make this more apparent. There it is, touching me and Marzex, or sorry, me and Thread, because we were there.
What is it we're fighting? What is this thing?
A
Big old
colossal shadow elemental.
Okay.
Woohoo!
It's like should be Marzex's best friend.
So
Oh,
it's essentially like the size of a large building.
Yeah, like it is filling the entire room.
Yeah. So it's going to be really hard to miss. I mean,
This is very true. So,
So you think.
So I hope. Extender rapier +1, baby. Let's go. I poke it. I'm going to use my bonus action to get advantage on this creature because I am afraid.
hey, Kettle,
yeah,
are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so
I should have gone
a
first.
13 and an 18. If you guys are on the same initiative, technically you can pick whichever order you're in.
Do you want to go first? Go ahead and go first.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so 18 plus 8 is a 26? Yeah. No. Yes. Yeah, 26. 26 hits. Unfortunately, I'm not an assassin, so, there's that. Soul knife.
You still get sneak attack though, don't you?
Oh,
'Cause
I do.
there's
I'm definitely adding sneak attack. It's 66 at this point, so that's nice.
Fireball.
Basically, every time I stab somebody, a personalized fireball appears. That's not great. rolls,
Stabbed
though.
him. Inside explodes a little bit.
That's also not great rolls. What the hell? All right. Anyway,
For that booty.
oh hey, I can reroll some of these dice. So I'm going to reroll literally every dice that isn't a 4 or higher, which is the majority of them. So there we go. That's much better. That's a lot of 5s. D8 still betrayed me, but it was better than it was. So all right. So 15, 12, 17, 8, 19 plus 4, 22 points of stabby damage. That seems wrong. Yeah, no, that's right though. Okay. Wait, no, 12 and 15. Yeah, 27. Plus 2. 29. There we go. 29. We're good. That's my main action. Secondary action, I'm going to stab it with my psychic sword. I still have advantage. A 4 and an 8. It's not very good. 8 is 16 total. 16 total misses. And I already used my bonus action to do the advantage thing. So I can't even run away. Next.
16 misses something the size of a building?
Oh, I hit it. It just, didn't seem to actually pierce it where it needs to get pierced. I'm literally stabbing at shadows here.
Next is Barry.
Mind Sliver, Quicken, Mind Sliver.
Sliver
It's
against
yep.
Mouth? They gotta make a save.
Yep, it is a DC 17 intelligence saving throw.
It fails.
All right, so the first Mind Sliver does 3d6 psychic.
Roll the second one too, because I rolled them both at the same time. They both failed.
Oh, I was gonna okay. It does psychic damage and subtracts 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Oh,
And I
okay,
used
here.
mine.
Let me roll his next saving throw. He takes a -3. He's really fails.
Okay, and now his next saving throw afterwards should take a -d4. All right, so the first. So, ooh.
We're gonna
This-
move this little thing around so I can see your guys' faces.
That's 15 before the inspiration. I'm going to add the inspiration, which is a D10, right?
Yes.
All right. 7 makes it a 22, and then the next 3d6 from the second Mind Sliver is 12. So 22 and 12 psychic damage, and it has 1d4 subtracted from its next saving throw.
That's a bit.
And I step. Wait, am I within its reach?
You are within its reach.
Okay, well, I'll stay put.
All right. I just want you to know, because you guys are showing your faces, I moved the thing so everyone can see you now. So no more flipping me off.
It's younger.
Younger just left. Actually, next up after Barry is going to be Rhett because we traded turns.
Rhett!
Right. So where I have a hard time seeing where I
You're
am.
here.
Okay. Can I get to the back? Like I want to cower behind everyone
Sure.
without taking a reactionary attack.
The whole area is shadow, so you never leave his area of influence.
Okay. So, keeping in mind that this guy's making a minus, what is it, D6 on his D4 on his next save,
Yes.
I'm going to cast Polymorph.
You're going to transform the shadow.
I am.
Okay.
I can only do this one time. It's my last slot for this. So yeah, he has to make a wisdom save of a D16. Or just 16.
Okay. So I have very unfortunate news for you. This is one of those creatures that cannot have its form shifted.
Oh.
So Polymorph says it has no effect on a shape changer or a creature with 0 hit points.
Yep.
So this counts as a shape changer?
Correct.
Shit. Okay.
It is amorphous. It can turn into any shape.
Dang,
like
I tried to
cat.
set you up. I'm sorry.
It's a liquid.
It's
a gas.
unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
It's seriously. That was sorry.
No. Okay. Give me a second because that completely throws off my my battle plan.
Just as a side note, your spell succeeds. What does it turn into?
A goat?
You turn it into a goat, and for the second, all the darkness in the room is gone. And there's a very dark, angry-looking goat there for a second. But then it slithers back up to its original form, pacing across the room rapidly.
All right. So that counts as my action?
It does.
Okay.
It worked. It just didn't work for very long.
Yeah.
What is your inspiration, by the way?
D10.
D10. Wonderful, wonderful.
And you can use it for combat stuff, so important.
Yeah, anything. Damage doesn't matter.
Yep. Roll for attack.
Yeah. So I have no more inspiration to hand out, so I can't do that. Okay, as a bonus action, I'm gonna drink
Throw a
rock. I'm gonna drink a third of my health potion. Remind me what that was again?
So it's just like a regular healing potion, so it's 2d4 plus 4.
2d4 plus
Or is
4.
it 2D? Sorry, it's 2D4 plus 2.
D4s.
It's 2D4 plus 2, right?
2d4.
It maxes out at 10. So our
Right,
super
okay.
powerful epic one maxes out at 30.
Okay, so I'm gonna heal myself for 8 points.
Okay, nice, good roll.
And then
Is that your turn?
what is going on here? There we go.
Combat.
Yeah, I think the only other thing I could do would be throw a dagger at it. There's not really a point, so yep, that's it.
I mean, you could. It wouldn't hurt anything, but
Okay, screw it. Yeah, I'll throw a dagger at it. Why not?
you yeet a dagger. Roll to hit.
Um, 4.
Yeah, well, you hit it, you think, but your dagger's like does nothing. You found a shadowy bit, and it kind of just moved around the dagger, kind of like it did with my sword earlier.
Okay. Yep, I'm done.
Okay, the next up is me. And me is going to rage.
You get very angry.
Second to last
Okay.
rage, and the D8 is going to be a 5. So whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage, and magic lashes out to hit them in retribution.
You've got the thorns.
Right?
Yes. Next, I'm going to use my inspiration and reckless attack to just absolutely pummel this thing with Rainbow Maker. So first attack has inspiration and advantage.
Okay.
That is a 37 to hit.
You got him.
And for every point above his AC.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Roll it.
If he was a goat right now, we would obliterate him.
Would have
Like
been
he'd
done.
Okay, but the best part about it is that was a 17 on the D20, which means it's radiant damage.
That's wonderful. Great job.
Ooh.
Literally the only good thing you could have rolled.
Okay, the second attack is just at advantage, no inspiration. And that is a 23. And then the final attack. No, wait, I bonus action to rage, right? Rage is a bonus action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rage is a bonus.
Yeah, so I don't get the bonus action attack. So a 23 and a 37.
A 23 and a 37. Well,
Yes.
I have good news and bad news. The 23 misses. 37 definitely hits.
Okay. How many above is 37?
Let's see. 12.
12. Okay.
So what's its AC?
25.
25.
This is one of those creatures because it's shadow. He probably went to light his ass up. Any type of light cantrips or anything might help. I don't know.
I have dancing lights.
It
I
could
know,
work.
I know you guys can't see me, but my head is shaking in one direction.
Yeah. This is the same type of thing. Honestly, if this thing hits us, we're probably going to lose strength. So
Oh no.
Okay, is anybody ready with a calculator?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to do 2 plus 2 plus 2, plus 2, plus 2,
It's D4s.
plus 2, plus 3, plus 3, plus 5, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6, plus 4.
51.
51 points of radiant damage.
That's wonderful.
It's free damage, bro.
It's free real
Nice.
It's free damage, bro.
Also this. The room lights up with the magic of the dagger, as if Rainbow Maker, right? That's what we're calling it.
Yeah.
Rainbow Maker is putting all of its effort into destroying the shadow. It specifically crafts the appropriate element to slice through the darkness. And the darkness is mad.
Hey, this man shit. Hey,
It's gonna die.
I don't want to do this no more.
it's gonna be like, there's only one thing in this room that hurt. And it's about to end.
So as it takes 50-something points of this damage, right? It shrinks. The walls lose their darkness and it encloses into a large-sized creature.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, I'm definitely dead. I'm gonna start rolling up a new character right now.
The creature resembles some kind of demon. Lashing tail, sharp, fangy claws. It's still darkness. It might even be the same darkness. It's just congealed into a single entity.
Good. We have one target.
Also, those of you that were far away are out of its attack range because it is not everywhere now. So that's a plus.
Yay.
Next.
Yeah, next up after Kettle
Marzex?
is Marzex.
Marzex, don't hit it with Shadow. Please, I'm begging you, don't hit it with anything necrotic.
Negative energy. Just kidding.
do that and we all die. TPK on accident.
Hopefully it doesn't eat me. I don't know how this will work. But I'm assuming that it also deals necrotic damage.
Okay.
So as part of that, I'm going to take I don't know if it's a bonus action or an action. I gotta read this real quick.
As you're reading, you hear,
I will destroy you.
this is coming directly from the creature itself.
It says it's coming for me.
Well, just probably the thing that just hit it with the Lightbringer. Oh, speaking of Lightbringer, you're here. You had to move close to it.
Yeah, I definitely figured I was closer than that, but
Out of turn, can I yell something at, well, in general, like at the party?
Yeah, of course. As long as it's not like tactical knowledge that gives them something. Like you can't inspire them, but you can definitely just talk.
No, I'm just gonna state something obvious. I have a very shiny shield.
Your weapons are useless.
But it's shiny. And
clearly
yeah.
not.
I'm going to take my regular action to cast Merge with Shadow.
I don't like you.
So
In all
I
seriousness, I probably can't do it again.
I basically turned into a shadow creature myself.
Okay, so I'm going to DM give you a scapegoat here. Do you really want to turn into a shadow next to the shadow obsessed demon?
Considering I can't take necrotic damage, yes.
There will be DM bullshit, guaranteed.
That's what I would do.
All right. Younger, as you merge into a shadow, you are drawn towards the creature. Make a strength saving throw.
Does it have to be strength?
Yes, because you are literally clinging to the ground that you are floating, trying not to get. You guys see it? It looks like a Looney Tunes cartoon as he's being absorbed into this demon's body.
I surprisingly got a 19, considering I have a plus.
19. Okay, let me roll a counter roll. That'll probably actually save you though. Their strength isn't super crazy, or not. Younger. Sorry.
Does he get a minus D4?
He already rolled that negative when you turned him into a goat.
Oh,
So
I tried.
you did great. That's not your fault. That's the monster. Sorry. You know the stats. You can't be helped. Younger. How much health do you have? Like
I
max?
have 94 HP.
94.
Yep.
Okay. You will probably survive this at least this round. So you see Younger turn into a shadow, and then the shadow gets absorbed into the thing. You can see Younger's shadow fighting with all of its might to not be absorbed by this creature. It seems to be being swallowed almost by a secondary mouth-looking thing. You take not 5 damage. That's not so bad. You're fighting real well.
Okay, I take 5 damage.
You
What
take-
kind?
Force.
Oh, 5 force damage?
As you are being crushed by the surrounding shadow that you're being absorbed into.
Just gonna throw it out here. Creatures that deal D100 damage in caves in this world just have the worst luck.
The worst rolls. This is a boss-ass monster. You guys are like, here's the one weakness in a weapon you gave us 2 sessions ago. And here's a terrible roll. Yes, the epic swallowing of the teammate is going on and DM bullshittery is working, but the dice say, don't worry, players, I have your back. And as a DM, I'm not upset by these things.
Also, I can't be grappled.
You're not being grappled.
You're being consumed.
You're being consumed, yeah.
Yeah, this is essentially gelatinous cube around you.
As much
But
as
I
you
want to
grapple,
do
it's
it
dark.
to him.
You know what? If you suddenly get bigger than him, I would 100% allow it. There, Super Shadow.
Ooh, do I have anything to get bigger?
Someone
I
might
do.
have an enlarged spell or two.
You're a polymorph.
I have.
You
an
can't
amorphous
polymorph.
ability.
No, you can't. I was gonna say you can't polymorph him. He's the same issue as the other shadow.
Oh man.
Also,
Anyway,
But can I
after
use my
Marzek-
bonus action to move 30 feet away from him.
it doesn't seem to apply right now.
After Marzex's sweets,
So Younger, I will tell you why it's not going to apply, because if you teleported 30 feet right in shadow, there's no other shadow in the room. It is all congested into him.
That's wild.
He
Yes.
ate our shadows, that
He ate-
bastard.
Exactly. There is natural light, but there doesn't seem to be shadow in the quarters. It's really not physical. You know what I mean? I can't
It's like-
honestly imagine a room without shadow, but do so.
Is my foot okay?
Like, have you ever been up directly
Oh,
with the sun
that's a good
directly over
question.
you?
Is it okay?
The shadow foot.
Did
Is
you
my,
put
is my foot
Did you put a boot on?
sure? I mean, when I have one, it's probably in the ice.
Yeah, it's probably stuck on the other
Were you
foot.
Were you wearing shoes earlier?
Yeah.
He was, but they got ripped off because it got frozen.
You know what? I will allow you to odd even having put a shoe on because it felt awkward.
A sock. Put a new sock.
Something, yeah. You're
Okay.
like just touching cold ground.
Odd.
Sock.
Sock!
Sock.
Yeah. So
Yay.
I rolled 5. You're good to go. So yeah, you put some piece of clothing on top of it because again, it's a cold, wet floor, and you're kind of a sissy la when it comes to that stuff. So you said I'm putting on shoes.
Nice.
Your shoes are mismatched currently though. You have one boot and one like dancing. One of your dress up shoes. You got one of those on.
Okay.
He's half dressed for performing. Also, are you still wearing a beaver suit?
The head.
Okay.
I mean,
was
I
gonna
never
say-
said I took it off.
I was gonna say you all are still in your weird outfits. So we got a clown, a penguin, just
And a beaver.
just running around.
this shadow thing is like,
Wait a
not
second.
by these people. Please, not by this group.
Wait a second. Does that mean the lady just saw a fucking beaver,
Yeah.
penguin, and clown walk?
Just to re-retcon that really quick, you just like waddled in there, kind of screaming. These are the people I've been reading their lives. I don't remember them being this way, but okay.
A beaver, a penguin, a clown, and a priest walk into an ancient crypt
with a mummy.
You have movement still.
You do not have movement still. You are restrained basically.
It is sweet.
I know you're not. I know.
That's what
I know. Just DM bullshit. I told you.
Okay. Well, here's another question.
Okay.
So, at this stage, what I know specifically for something like Vampiric Touch, since it says you siphon the energy, would that still heal it, or would that give me the energy?
It could. Well, your smarts as a wizard would know any kind of necrotic damage against the shadow is generally a bad choice.
Normally, however, it says that you siphon the energy from it and put it back in yourself.
Okay. So
that's like what the spell description is. So yes. I'm asking if it would have that. Just
because you have to do damage to it though, because that's what you're getting the thing from. So you wouldn't actually be like hurting it at all and sucking any life out of it, right?
Well, then my question would be: is the shadow monster dealing force damage? Since it's a shadow, it has no physical corporeal form. It'd be dealing necrotic damage.
You would think that, but no. It's not dealing necrotic damage because it's not hitting you with anything. It's literally forcing you into itself.
Yeah, wouldn't that be the same effect of Vampiric Touch?
No.
Just
since I'm also the shadow?
It's not healing. It's not healing from doing damage to you. That's the thing. What it's doing is, think of you like a snowball, like fluffy snow. It is compacting the fluffy snow into ice snowball. You know, like they put a rock in this one, and now you're being smashed against the wall.
I was just asking,
Younger. If you do that on your turn, I will let you. I'll roll for it. I'll give it an argument die because I would say no, but this is an appropriate spot to argue that.
Okay, because if I can't do that, then I'll just simply use my bonus action to alter my form back into my normal mummy form.
Okay, that might be a safer decision.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you do so. You are no longer a shadow. Now do you what?
Now do I have movement since I'm no longer a shadow?
I guess because he forced you.
I step as far back as I can so as to avoid being near the shadow.
Okay, solid choice. But do you want to take the opportunity attack for that?
Yeah, screw it.
Okay, so as you see the map here, the lava is lava, like I said before. So you can you could 1, 2, 3 jump over here and get all the way over here if you wanted to, but you have to actually jump.
Well, I was gonna go the opposite direction of that. Like up. No, up. Okay. No, the other up. Back. North. Towards you.
Yes. You're down.
So that's as far as you could go going that way. Is that good?
That's fine.
Okay, you do so. It makes an attack. I'm going to use the bad dice, and hopefully they won't betray me like the last time I rolled them. They did not betray me. Total of 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
I didn't even roll that good. All right. You take 11 points of strength damage.
Like damages my strength?
Sorry. No. Physical damage. Don't mind me. The strength is the next bit. Make a save. Constitution.
What kind of save? Con save?
Yep.
This is how you TPK a party. This right here.
I got a 18 plus 2, so 20.
Okay, so you save. You're good. You don't lose any of your strength. But you do take 11 points of slashing damage.
So now it's a physical slashing damage.
Yeah, it's literally his claws just cut through you.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Sweetie.
Sweetie! She's crying. You can't hear it though, because it just sounds like sobbing. And whatnot. She makes an attack. Heck, she'll make 2 attacks with her bow. Pew pew! One's a 3, and the other's a 3. Sweetie continues to be useless.
You know what? She's trying her best.
She's trying her best, like
She shouldn't be here, to be honest.
What?
Can someone just
What?
knock her into the lava on accident?
Why is Rhett pursuing this woman?
Well, she's a woman.
The most
the
Barty
entire
answer. Perfect. Great answer, Bard. That's in character. I love it. Next.
Following Sweets is the enemy, and the fate of, Kettle.
Kettle! It looks at you with much emotion. You know what kind of emotion it is, though?
I don't like you. I will destroy you.
What's your AC, friend?
My AC?
Yeah.
Like 23 or something crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
23.
Yeah. This is one of the monsters that can hit you, but whew, you gotta roll good. I rolled a 19 plus pluses. So, it definitely hits you. It's rolled the slashy damage. Oh, a whopping 2. Make a con save.
Okay.
You're also raging, so it's 1.
So that's a 20, dirty 20 for
So
the
you're
con
fine.
save.
Next attack. Another claw. Total of 27.
That hits.
Okay, same thing. D12. 5 minus your minuses because you're raging, and roll another save.
That is a 22 dirty.
Okay. Again, another save. You don't lose any strength. That's important for a barbarian. Final attack. There is 1, 2, 3 people within its range. It is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm rolling to see who it hits. Number 5, Kettle. It
Roll again.
It's coming
no,
up, Kettle.
No. I gotta roll. This is a totally different attack. It has
Okay.
all different numbers for hitting you too. It has worse to hit, but does way more damage. That's 27 again.
It has advantage, by the way.
It's all coming up, Kettle.
Same roll. That's 2 17s in a row. It was ordained. Sorry, Kettle. Where are my dice around? That's the wrong dice. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so as this shadowy thing stabs into you, you feel what you would consider happy?
Like, I feel happy?
Yeah, like the pain feels nice.
Kinky.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
It ain't in the metal.
You take
That's a 12. Oh, no.
You like
The pain
this.
You
feels
take-
nice, and Kettle loves it.
you take 29 points of damage. No resistance.
No. 29 points of damage, no resistance.
Yeah. It's like,
Our meat
like,
monsters.
It doesn't get halved by. It's not physical damage.
Huh?
It's not physical damage, is what you mean?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
psychic.
Yeah.
Our meat monster is now a masochist at the same time.
And the Meat Monster Masochist.
That's a title right there.
That's a band name.
Masochistic Meat
Yeah.
Meat
Oh my
monster
goodness.
Rhett Shadowfoot and the Meat Monster Masochists.
That's the new party name. Screw the Royals.
Yes.
Look, you guys can start your own campaign later. It'll be cool.
We all just start taking levels in Bard.
So you're just gonna hear Kettle as he's getting stabbed. All of you are gonna hear him in your head, not saying this out loud. This is telepathic. He's just gonna go, Oh yeah!
Hit him with the Randy Man Macho Savage.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
No.
Why are you liking this?
Yes.
I really like the idea that this thing just had like a look of just like all just like what? No, why? Just no, stop it. You're fucked up. Fuck this. No, bad.
Freaks him out so much the demon leaves.
We already look like a bunch of custom characters.
Oh, we do look like we're kind of like ripped out of medieval GTA 5.
All the demon is just not happy. It looks not okay. Next.
Next up after him is Thrud.
Oh no, it shouldn't be me. I'm three. I
So
got 3.
I just
What
want
about
you to,
Barry?
I just want you to know I rolled a 1d4 for what emotion it invoked in you.
Okay.
And happy was one of the choices.
Yep. It is the end of this round. It is Thrud.
Top
Oh
of the
wow.
order.
Okay.
No. Thrud is the bottom of the order. Thrud is last.
Oh, sorry. Good.
That's a nat 20, and that makes me feel good on the inside.
What'd you just
Uh,
nat 20 him with?
With my lovely weapon.
Oh, your new
of
one
my...
that you haven't attuned to?
No, with Black Star.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, because I don't know what the fuck that one does, and I'm scared that it's gonna do necrotic damage.
Oh, also,
But,
you got when you put it away, you notice that the blade shrinks to where it will just be the hilt.
Awesome, that's kind of cool.
It's a lightsaber.
Yeah, I got a lightsaber made out of blood. A blood saber.
Lightsaber.
Yeah.
So it's...
Say a lightsaber.
Also a good band name.
Yeah, blood saber. That's pretty good.
Yo, someone take this down for notes for later. We're coming up with the next Age of Rock. Heavy metal something.
Red Shadowfoot, the masochistist meat monster, and blood saber. It's a lineup.
So the thing that you said with Black Star, what it would do is when I got a crit, it would then times the damage, I believe. Like I rolled it normally and then it times the damage by 2. If I remember properly.
That sounds right.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't generally do double multipliers very often because they're super powerful, but I think I limited your weapon by a bit, so it should be okay.
Okay, cool.
Look, if you do 100 something damage, we'll talk about it, but
No. I just so what I got was first roll was a 6, second roll was a 4. And then plus my pluses, which is a +7 of damage, so 17. 17 times 2 equals a number.
32.
32 points.
34?
34?
Yeah, sorry, not 32. My bad. Okay. And it's
Yeah,
force damage?
34. Yes.
Okay. You do 34 force damage to the demon. The demon looks at you, not so happy.
And I go, yeah, right, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. And then bonus action, make myself larger because I can. So I guess I'm about the size of this thing now. And then so I have 2 attacks I can do. That is a... God damn it, I wish this fucking thing would properly update. So
weapons are useless. I will destroy you.
We've clearly established to the contrary.
I got a 23. Does that hit?
23 hits, yes.
Okay. 6 plus 7, so that's 11, or right, 13. My brain's bad at math. Who knew? And then, all right, and that's over 23.
Okay.
That's 7 plus 7, so 14. And yeah, that is what I can do. Yep, that's all I'm gonna do. I want to save action surge in case I need it later.
Yeah.
How's this thing looking?
Looking
Oh.
like a demon.
I mean, like, is he bleeding? Is he
He's a
not
shadow.
bleeding?
He
He's
doesn't
a
Is he-
shadow.
Have blood.
Is he leaking his shadow all over the place?
That's
Ew.
inappropriate. No, he is not leaking his shadow all over the place. You can't tell if he's bloodied or not. But the fact that he changed form to have this physical esque bits probably tells you that you've done good a bits of damage to him.
Okay.
This form here might be the equivalent of his bloodied.
Oh,
I don't know if I should risk Rainbow Maker again because it can do necrotic damage.
Yeah, right. That would be too funny. And then he turns back into a shadow of doom.
Just undo everything.
Like 90% of my spells deal necrotic damage.
You do be a shadow person. This is a good fight for you because we're able to move around, but it's also a bad fight for you because this character mirrors yours.
It's like Barry and the Red Dragon.
Which is why I think it should have been more like 2 bits of water splashing on each other. Just like, oh yeah, we're both equally inefficient.
But it is bigger one. We're droplet. It is.
actually, fuck it. Can I action surge?
Sure, yeah.
Awesome. I also want to. Can I get onto the opposite side of this thing? Try to get flanking going on, or like in a spot where I can flank properly.
Are here, and you can get here, and that will flank with Kettle.
Awesome. What's that give me again?
Or +1 to hit.
Okay.
It also gives Kettle a +1 to hit.
So there we go. That's definitely gonna hit with that extra +1. That's 10 points extra. All right. That one is gonna miss, and that one is gonna hit.
I'll take it.
And that's another 13 points of damage on top of that as well.
Another 13 points of damage. All right, solid
Yep.
swacks.
So
Your Dark
10,
Star
13,
doing
that's
work.
another 23 total.
Killing them. Seriously though, good damage. Me?
Top of initiative is Profi.
All right, Profi's like, hey, you know that trope where I kill everything because you guys did all the damage the turn before? Thanks.
Signature move.
Signature move, just steal the glory. I don't do it on purpose. Actually, with my best hit, unless I crit, I ain't gonna kill him. So to give myself the best possible chance of that happening, I'm going to take my bonus action and leave my movement alone. So we're just gonna stand still and hope for the best. So I'm doing the steady aim and stabby.
There's multiple allies next to the creature, right?
Yes, but I want the advantage, the actual roll.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately, it's not going to matter for my first attack because I miss terribly.
You have luck.
Ah, thank you. That's probably something I'm going to use. I'm definitely going to use it on this roll. Luck, because I rolled a 1 and a 5, so the 5++ is definitely misses.
Oh yeah.
Got it. Hey, where's my camera at? Come here, camera. Oh, wait, you guys can't see that. You see that from that far away?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
No.
How about that?
20.
All right, so roll your max damage on that crit real quick and
Yeah, right. All right,
take
so,
it
Double
away.
max damage.
Story beat effect goes into, but let's see, we get D6s for the thing, which will double in a second, and then for the regular blade, it's a D6 or D8. I get an extra D8 for it critting, and then I get another D8 for piercer. I think that's all my I could do some cool kinetic additions to that, I would, but I can't, so I'm not worried about it. Alright, so stabby stab. I am re-rolling 1, 2, 3, 4 of these dice and keeping the 3 6s. Actually, I'm going to re-roll everything but the 6s because there's a lot of below 3s. That's an 8. I'll take that. That's another 8. That was worth rolling, boys. That's a 7, and those are 2 more 3s. So that's a 2. Okay, so I got to take the 2, but whatever. I'll cry about it later. So we'll do some math here. So 10, 20, 31, 39. Plus 4. So brain work here. 39 plus 4 is. Oh, hey! No, I did that wrong. I gotta roll another 3d6 or another 66 because that's how the sneak attack works for critting. So anyway, I'm at 39 plus 4 at the moment, which is 43.
Yes.
Okay. Those are good ass rolls too. All right, 6, 6, 10, 18. I'll re-roll these two because they're technically part of the last one. 5 and 2. Okay, basically evens out. Whatever. So 14 plus 15 is another 29. 29 plus 44 is 60 something points of pokey poke damage. And as I stab with all my might, it looks at me, grabs my weapon, and flings me across the room.
Did it have to make a roll to do that?
Nope.
No, it didn't.
This was a
Damn.
story effect.
Oh no.
Because I was about to be like, Runic Shield, bitch. No, you're not. Try it again.
Nope. You see Profi launched across the island. He lands gracefully because it's a story effect. You might as well. Next.
So next is the 21s, and Kettle's gonna yell, "Let me at him," in the hopes that the other two let him go first.
So
Go ahead.
I'm going to DM Kabasha unless you actually hold your initiative.
So that means the other two wouldn't be able to do anything.
No, they'd be able to do something just
Right?
after me. They'd have to.
okay.
They have to
basic-
hold their initiative.
Yeah, it would change their initiative order basically.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. Sure. I mean, well, okay. Yeah, I can if you really want to go first.
Barrymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's been ticking off Kettle for quite some time now, way back at the door. So yeah, I'll do a ready action guiding bolt just in case.
Okay.
Yo,
Then Kettle's gonna go up next, and
3 points of damage. Sorry.
I'm going to set you guys up by shoving the crystal ball into the shadowy figure so that it can be hit by whatever you hit it with, and I'm gonna hold it there.
I will not even make you roll for that. You were holding the crystal ball to this thing's chest with all of your might.
I'm leaving myself open, but I am setting you guys up. Hit it hard.
So we re-rolled our initiatives, right?
No,
No,
so
you don't
no.
re-roll. You're just up next. So next is Barry.
Did you want Rhett to do something first?
So technically, if Rhett was first originally, he can say if he's taking his turn afterwards or not, and then just fill in that gap, or he holds it to whatever he wants to in the initiative.
So obviously he's wanting to hit this thing with light. I can't do anything with that. So Barry, you might as well go ahead.
Okay, so you're
All right.
Yeah.
Barry, what you got?
Fourth level guiding bolt through the crystal ball.
Are you sure about that?
That's what Kettle seems to be setting it up
That's
for.
what we get on the surface. We destroy the fungus.
Yeah, this is a tried and tested move.
Oh, so we have DM precedence for this because you guys did it last time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna argue with myself here, but give me a second.
Are you rolling 2 die to see?
I'm arguing with myself literally because you guys already did it once and whatnot. All right, I'm gonna allow it as well. So how did it work before?
It basically burnt the like an additional 30 feet of the moss that's affected by radiant damage.
Okay. So basically, it turned the attack into a 30-foot burst.
Yeah.
And everything took, like, it was a lot of damage.
It wasn't necessarily a lot of damage because it only needed to deal 1 point of damage for 30 feet, but it affected a 30-foot area.
Okay.
It refracted and spread the radiant bolt everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is now shoved into the chest of this thing.
Okay. So, sure. Okay. I can roll with that. I know what it's gonna do if you hit.
All right, I'm gonna go for that attack roll. And it was a ready action, so I don't think I can quicken or anything. Another one.
Don't forget your inspiration if you haven't used it.
Yeah.
I used it earlier on the psychic damage.
Okay.
Solid choice. You guys have been doing the right things.
Not
All
me.
right.
Like, you did the best you could with the hand you were dealt.
I also have not done anything.
You turned it into a goat.
All right.
It was still funny. Twitch.
Oh.
See you over there.
29.
29. You definitely hit the non-moving crystal ball. Roll your would-be damage.
Okay. Let's see. It normally does 4. So it's 76 radiant.
Roll it.
8. $33.
You do 33 points of radiant damage to the crystal ball, shattering it into a million pieces, along with the demon that it's attached to.
Hey.
In peace, crystal ball. We need to buy one as soon as we get to the next town.
Yeah, so you know that it had already absorbed a whole bunch of light from the last time you guys did that, and basically you just shattered the crystal itself by hitting it again with such a strong attack. If you had oomphed the damage down a little bit more, the crystal ball might have lived. But because you did so much damage, it just burst out in this light. Again, I have a sound for this. 10 seconds.
Does the enemy now have advantage on the next hit?
Right.
If you guys attack the non-existent crystal ball, you will have advantage, yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the sparkles don't flame around with the shadow?
Okay, this sound is real quiet, so I need you guys to...
Oh, the boy flashback.
You do so, right? And again, this thing shatters the crystal ball, but as the crystal ball is shattering, the light that shoots out of it is super concentrated, and you can see the prismatic effects just rip holes in this demon. This demon looks like Swiss cheese once the attack finishes, and compiles into a small, slithering shadow on the ground. Rhett, as you sit in the back, you look at the shadow, and it slithers towards you with a speed you've never seen before. It attaches to your foot over your socks.
Double foot.
And then consumes into your soul, as in the sole of your foot.
Oh, okay.
That may come back later as a story beat. But for now, you don't feel anything weird. Your foot still feels like your foot.
Oh, so that's it? It's just in me now?
Yep.
Get
Okay.
rid of it. Take off your foot.
I
Again.
don't. How do I amputate a shadow?
You amputate the shin above it.
take the rest of your leg and go. Who knows?
Yeah,
Take all
This is a story
Well,
beat for another day, boys and girls. Just accept that there's something weird in your body.
cut off his leg.
What? That is a weird sentence.
Just accept there's
I
something
mean,
weird in
You know
your
how many
body.
diseases Rhett has? This isn't the first time he's had something weird in his body.
I
Rhett,
actually-
Rhett currently has
Good
one
idea.
disease, and it is the shadow, apparently.
I have a really good.
Well, I'm a little upset I didn't even get hit there.
Is it technically the end of combat?
Technically, combat is over. Let me pop you guys up on the big screen and pull out of here and all that fun stuff. Ooh.
Ah,
I asked. I'm like, that's a dead, technically a dead entity, correct? As I point at the foot.
I mean,
No.
No.
Isn't it the dead lady?
It was
it's
a
also
gift.
it's kind of a demon, kind of part of a legend.
kind of a
On-
shadow.
Well,
Whatever
just
it
have
was,
an
it was wonderful.
I have an idea. I have an ability that lets me summon the undead, and I could summon a will-o-wisp, and it could suck the life energy out of your foot.
Out
Not
of
your
what?
energy. Not your energy, but the energy of the foot.
It would definitely
Or the
suck the
shadow.
energy out of Rhett.
Also, I need a foot.
So Rhett would like to walk normally.
But you have a demon-possessed foot.
Who said it was a demon?
You literally said it was a demon.
I did say those things.
You said it was a demon.
That is what you
Possibly
perceived it
shadow
to be.
demon.
You perceive it to be those things. If you
Well,
need-
I'm a shadow person, so I think I would know if it was either an elemental or a demon.
Younger, this is why you get the boiled hot dog.
I'm just asking. I can
someone's
suck
gotta
the life force. out of it.
gotta call that out. That's a TikTok reference. If you want to see it, go join our Discord. I think it's in the Discord. Do we put it in the Discord? If not, someone put it in there. Because I think it was actually in our personal chat. But congratulations, you have defeated the Shadow, and as you do so, the warped area that was this place calms down, and the natural lighting reoccurs. There is shadow again, and you are surrounded by lava. It looks to be this place is a culmination of all the elements. You see a small air draft shooting straight down into the was frozen lake that is now just a body of water, surrounded by what looks to be the remains of an ancient ritual something or other, and then there's rock and lava spewing around the outside. There's a clear path to what would be an exit.
I would like to go into the pool.
You do so. It's
I grab the foot.
Red's foot is not there.
Why?
My old foot. I thought you were just gonna drag me along by the foot.
So, like I said, this is a different type of water. This is like
What is-
natural, like natural water that fell in from the would-be ceiling.
Oh, okay, so it's on top of the ice.
There is no ice.
Then where's the foot?
There is no foot.
The foot's
Why is
gone.
there
Because
you
we
are
were in a
not
pocket
the same
dimension.
place. Yeah, exactly.
no... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Were you gonna try to make a crawling foot or something?
Look at that! Yeah, 100% was. Look at his face.
He's gonna make he was
That's
gonna,
my next Oni foot. Is my friend's foot.
he was gonna make an it or a
Skittering
thing.
bard foot.
It
you-
smells.
Oh no, he was just trying to make his own version of the Addams Family hand. It's fine.
He's over here trying to bait the foot boys, so we can draw character art for it. Make all the money. I see what you're doing, business partner. I like it. Let's run with that. You get a foot.
Okay, cool.
Just
I got
kidding.
the foot.
No, you don't get a foot.
That was
Plain.
entirely
The other one later.
Okay.
I find the soundbite. What do you guys want?
I-
To do? Again, you guys are wiped out. Just devastated. This thing took everything out of everyone. Profi's on a little island, kind of chilling, just like stunned. You guys are kind of sitting there, also hurt.
I got hurt more by the mushrooms than I did by this thing.
Yeah, but to be honest, we aren't that hurt.
Yeah.
Like we took like no damage.
Oh, you want a couple levels of free exhaustion? Because
It's free damage.
Is there? I want to look for loot. I know there's probably not any loot, but I'm gonna look around for loot.
Yeah, I would like to look for loot as well.
So the two people that got super cool items are loot gobbling right now.
I am a goblin. What do you want from me?
I am actually going to look for loot as well.
I'm generous. Like I'll hand it out to people. I don't care.
I was looking for body parts.
Since this is like an epic place, I'll take a look around too.
So, I'll roll for it. You guys really did already grab the super cool items that should be here. I will see if there's anything else that is like, oh yeah,
There's literally Trask skin, and I want it.
it's not there.
That was in the pocket dimension,
Dang.
friend.
Wow. Okay. So, that was a really good roll.
Lactites of diamonds, because there is lava, and this is joining to the center of the earth.
This isn't Minecraft. Calm down.
What do you mean? There's actually just another
Okay.
crystal ball.
So I'm going to roll 5 separate times, as there are 5 items in the summoning circle that are basically jammed into the ground. They are of various natures, and you will be able to see them clearly. They are all old and ancient, but because of their magical properties, they're in relatively good condition. The first one looks to be a statue, or maybe an effigy or something along that lines. It is a jade statuette of what looks to be a fairy.
Take it.
The second item is just a bag.
A bag of holding.
Go and pick up the bag.
I'll pick up the bag.
Do you
I have all the other bags.
I'm gonna look at you specifically. Do you want to pick up the bag?
Me?
Yeah.
Whoever.
Why do you not want to pick?
I gotta make sure. I'm confirming.
Yes. Yes. The robot is picking up the bag.
Okay, you have a bag.
Another bag.
Do you open the bag or keep it closed? As you do so, you can feel runic energy coursing through the bag. We've lost a goblin.
I definitely peer into the bag. I'm curious.
And the bag peers back at you. There is something living inside the bag, and you can feel its essence slipping out as you open the curtains.
I speak to it telepathically.
Toss it in the lava.
What do you say? Quickly.
I say, "Hello, friend."
One second.
Toss it in the lava. Throw it in the lava right now.
Up.
Did I say
don't know
stop?
what I'm saying.
It says stop.
Stop.
So
Closing the bag. Hey, this is like another one of the things we were fighting.
This place is colder than my grandma's feet.
It's a little different though. I think it's a few screws short of a full toolbox.
You still there?
I think that might be a good little friend we could have.
Yes,
Answer.
I'm still here, I say in telepathy.
Okay. You're weird. No, stay with me.
What else is in this weird circle?
That's stupid.
This
Dang it. I wish I got the bag.
I am keeping the bag. The bag is going in my bag.
So, as you go over, it looks to be another statuette. This time of I don't know, what's a magical creature. This time
Wait,
it's
do
made
these
out of,
match the statues that I already have?
no, because you have the Onyx one, right? That has the animal on it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, these are mythical creatures. This is made of what you assume to be sun crystal. And it is a sorry, I'm thinking of appropriate item.
Younger's frozen face is
Right. Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's fucking horrifying.
Sure.
Sorry. To made a fairy on one. It needs to be another fae. Can't think of a fae creature that would be appropriate.
Plenty. So it's sun. It's sunstone, right?
Yep.
You can go with. There's plenty of different ones. Well, there's fairy. There's
See,
pixie. It could be a
or-
dryad.
Yes, perfect. Sunstone, it's in the shape of a dryad, which is just like a hot, woody lady.
Oh,
Next. That's 3 of them, right? 2 more.
Yep, that's 3.
who picked it up?
Thrud.
Oh,
Oh, because I called dryad. Okay,
Yep.
do you want to?
You can
wanna
always trade.
trade
You guys
for-
don't have to.
that's fine. Yeah, I can always trade.
Okay,
Do you
so
want to trade for a
the
fairy?
next item looks to be a very.
Right?
We've lost.
Oh, Younger's
I was gonna say,
having difficulties.
he's having problems.
Yeah, I was having a problem with the server a little bit ago.
Yeah, well, it's 3+ hours in. We're getting there. So anyway, sorry. There he is. Nope. He just sign out and come back, Younger. You're dying. There is a vial
Right here.
of golden liquid, shoved into the ground. The cap on top of it is open, and you can kind of see that the liquid is recongealing inside the vial.
Oh, so we need a new cap on it so it doesn't dry out.
Probably a smart choice. Though you guys have plenty of cappers and pops in your guys' things. Heck, some of you drank some potions earlier that you assume would actually fit perfectly. As long as you guys didn't smash it on the ground or something.
I think
Can
it's
I-
a potion.
What's that, Lawrence?
Can I do an arcane check on it?
Sure.
I think essentially what's going to happen is Barry gets to take or pass this one, and Younger is going to get what's left.
I just rolled a 10.
Okay.
Can I roll an arcana? I still have.
It's magic.
inspiration.
It's definitely magical in nature.
Nature of magic.
You
I
would
roll the
consider it
arcana.
conjuration magic.
As I put the stopper in it.
I was gonna say, we have a character that can literally just look at things and tell you where they're from, and we don't use that power very often.
Who's that?
Oh,
That's you. You literally have
I
a
can
power
look at things. And...
tell you where they're from. Yeah, that's one of your abilities that we always forget about.
Because I have the
And it-
ability to tell you exactly what magic it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
All right,
I can
the
just look at
last-
things and identify them.
you can't identify. You just know what school they're from. But that's
Yeah.
basically the best thing an Arcana check can do for the most part, unless it's specifically identifying the spell. Anyway, the last item is a chest.
Weak.
let's open this fucking chest together, boys. Boy, let's get this shit open together, eh?
Fair enough.
It looks locked. Would you like Profi to do something like unlock?
Hey,
it up?
Profi, before I just decide to smash into this chest, would you mind trying to unlock it for us?
I rolled a 17 plus pluses. I go already done. You didn't have to ask. And I scoot away.
Thank you, friend. I kick it like Kratos is. Anyway.
It pops open, and on the inside is an egg.
Oh, that's cool.
Just the egg.
If I
like a
ate
regular-
breakfast, I'd be excited.
Sorry,
Let's not worry
should-
about that.
I should probably describe this egg a little better for you. My apologies. It's a big egg. It's nearly the size of the chest itself. We're talking.
If I ate breakfast, I'd be very excited.
It makes an
Okay.
ostrich egg look
Big
like a bitch.
egg.
It's about the size
Uh,
of Thrud's entire torso.
Oh, this is so cool.
I
Thrud,
It's a flying
Nature
cat.
check.
as you pull it out, you can feel a heartbeat start as soon as you touch it. Congratulations,
shit.
Mom.
Oh, shit.
I was just about to say we should have given it to Stinger to raise. It had some
What
sort of
kind of egg?
creature raised by an intelligent scorpion.
Make a nature check and give me time
Ah!
to look up the
I
appropriate
got a
creature.
critical.
You know exactly what kind of egg this is. Unfortunately, the DM does not. 10 seconds, I gotta answer something.
It's a
It's a
trask.
rock. It's a
It's
rock.
a trask. Trask.
Oh god,
With
that
the
would be
XD.
fucking great. It's just a Tarask. It's just like oh yeah, here's a little baby Tarask, you know, now I'm the mother of a Tarask.
An
would have to be
untamable
bigger.
craft.
That would be.
Who knows?
It's
Well,
definitely
hold
not-
up. Let's
It's
let's
definitely-
think.
It's not a Trask. Don't worry.
Let's think about the evolutionary aspects of a Tarask, right? It's got a bunch of spikes, it's got a bunch of horns. The only thing that has it is prey animals. That means Tarask at one point in time have to be extremely small because they have to be preyed upon. Just makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
adventurers
they're-
constantly seek them out and kill them.
Yeah.
No way. It's actually the space krakens that eat them.
Oh.
Is that why they come in, try to destroy planets to get themselves some Tarask booty?
Whatever.
Tarask.
Trask. There we go.
Why do you Trask?
Keep it up.
Guys, these jokes are trash.
You mean they're trashed?
Yeah, they're trash.
Yeah, they're great. I don't want.
Just so you guys.
Oh, I found it. There it is. It's a dragon turtle shell.
Ooh.
Whoa,
shit.
nice.
Oh shit!
That's
If only
so-
they didn't take like 1,000,000 years to grow up.
Right?
Wow.
About to say, if
So
I ever
you're
have children,
pretty sure that chest was the equivalent of a bag of holding, and basically had this thing time locked.
And had that thing what?
Basically,
the
that thing
time.
got time locked. For as long as this thing has been active, you have no idea how old this ritual circle that you're sitting in front of actually is, because you don't know how old that pocket dimension is.
That
Oh, shit.
sounds like an expensive chest. Should we take it too?
yeah, definitely take the chest
Sure.
too. But
You now
Wha-
have a normal sized chest, but it fits someone else's torso, so it's obviously bigger on the inside.
you know what? Oh shit!
Does it travel in time and space?
It might be a Time Lord. Who knows?
That I took the fairy statue right off the bat.
So
I guess I'm taking whatever nobody wants.
Oh, did you get the gold liquid stuff?
I guess if no one else wants it, like my character is a pretty low equipment character.
Then I would suggest take the gold flask.
liquid, yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
You do so. You have it. It's in your hand.
Okay. So who has the gold liquid? Which character?
Fairy.
Barry does.
Very.
Okay, and the statuette of the sun crystal is a dryad, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And who has that?
It's in my hand, or I guess it's more like in a pocket, and I'm just kind of holding this egg, and I'm like, God,
You could hand it
kinda-
to someone else if you were pulling out the egg, if you would like, to make more sense.
If the chest counts, there's technically 6 things.
And Thrud took 3 of them.
yeah. Well, hey, listen, all you guys said
Oh,
no,
the
don't
go-
keep the sword. The
the
goblin
goblin.
is a loot goblin. Who would have known? Do you want some gold?
I want
Don't
a
really
dragon turtle.
Say, I want the dragon turtle.
I don't know
Give
how
you
to
the
tell you this,
dryad.
but the dragon turtle is definitely your guys' version of a fig tree. It will not be around while you guys are alive. Or will it? Find out next
So-
time on
Look,
Dragon
y'all
Ball
can fight over the
Z.
egg. I have an actual friend.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
I either want a statuette of a sun crystal dryad or an egg.
Listen, either way, wherever we decide to set up, as I hand over the egg, it's just like either way, wherever we decide to stand, don't fucking try to turn that into an undead thing. You know, no, take the fucking dryad. I'll take the fucking egg.
You do.
All right.
Younger now has an egg.
I have the egg now? Nice.
No,
But-
you have
no.
the dryad, you
You're the dryad now.
Oh,
I
dang
was
it.
about to hand you the egg, and I'm like, wait a second, you like turning things undead? No, take the fucking statue. I'm not letting you turn a dragon turtle into the undead.
Yes,
Could you imagine that though?
guys, I'll have it too.
So, jokes aside, moving on. Exit, or do you guys want to explore the cave more? There's not much more to explore, but there are some lava beds you can hop into if you're real serious about exploring.
I think
I want to
we get
explore
this,
without being burnt to death. This isn't the Volcano Manor.
Yeah, good luck with that. Is that an Elden
Right.
Ring reference? Did you just make
Yeah.
an Elden Ring reference? Oh my god, a miracle.
Rhett is fine leaving whenever you guys are ready.
Okay, so you guys pop out of the graves, and what you guys notice is the formations of stuff that you saw before are all gone. There's a small, respectful mound that you guys climb out of that has a small inscripted surface over the top of it. It says something along the lines of, "Those buried here fought the best they could."
So the ruiny, because there was like old ruin type things there.
And
That
they're
stuff's gone.
They were all a part of this spell.
Well, we either went way forward or way backward. I feel. I don't know.
Is it the same season?
It is.
Or
It's definitely the
night-
next day, though.
Is it so? It's not nighttime. It's daytime.
Correct.
I was going to look at the stars, but it's daytime.
Oh. Are the trees the same? Like, are they the
Yes.
same?
They look the trees are in the same spots. It is just the buildings and whatnot that are changed. The ruined
What?
area. And they seem to be the same size. It's not like they're way older or way younger.
Huh.
Is the mold beyond the area that we cleared still there?
No, there's no mold.
Lucky / unlucky us. Darn.
What's special about the
Speaking
mold?
of-
Should I DM that back in? Is that super important for you guys?
No.
Just making sure I'm not destroying a story beat that was set up.
So,
Are there ox carcasses still around?
Are there carcasses? Oh man, you guys didn't read the thing, right? That's unfortunate. No. Yes. There are ox carcasses all over the place, but
They're just no longer covered in mold.
correct. Yes, they seem to have been basically cured of whatever was on top of them. They still look gross and disgusting because they're dead, but the stuff that was growing on them is gone.
so, friends, she did say we should find a spot and fortify it.
The salt mines.
I would agree, but is that close to water?
The salt mines? Yes, they're literally above water. Like we
That's-
literally have unlimited access to fresh water.
Well, no, I'm talking about like ocean.
I mean, I assume that fresh water feeds into the ocean. It's literally like a giant area above water.
So
Listen, man, I am from a much farther underground area. All right, I don't know very much about this above land bullshit. Okay.
So if we look at our handy dandy map, where was the thing at? You guys remember?
The salt mines?
Yes.
The salt mines were somewhere around Alpine, I think.
Yeah, so they're on the outskirts of Alpine's Forest. Not super
Yeah.
far from the H&H mines.
Just if we, I think it would be a good idea if we, possibly have a chance of a dragon turtle existing, right? It'd be nice if it was close to the ocean.
You're trying to raise the dragon turtle by the mine.
Profi's gonna say something. Profi says dragon turtles don't need water.
Yeah, but I figured it'd be nice in case it wants to go for. I know they get fucking huge. That's the best of my ability. And what if it wants to go for a swim?
We can turn the dragon turtle into A base camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
That
if the
might-
if the
All right.
dragon turtle needs space, there was enough space under the mines for an entire dragon to swim around.
Yeah.
So what
Wait.
you're telling me is we should try to figure out a way to speed up the growth process so we can turn it into our own moving city fortress.
Yes.
Our own moving fortress.
On the ocean, that could be useful.
We can start the Turtle Hat Tavern.
Can you teach it your ways? I've seen you grow several times now.
I mean, well, it's that's runes. We need something that like increases age quickly.
Could I turn a dragon turtle into my familiar?
Or I can awaken it.
Well, I mean, we should definitely
Or
awaken
we
it because I would
can
love to
go
be
to
able to
the
have a
salt
conversation
mines
with my new
and
child, but
save the world.
Dragon turtles can't be awakened.
They're too intelligent.
They're at 10 intelligence.
Okay. So they are
so they're
awakened.
already
Oh.
awakened.
Average intelligence.
Yeah, they're also pretty pretty. They got a 12 charisma.
Yeah.
They're wise. They
They're-
got a 12 wisdom. Their constitution's great. Their strength's amazing. Their dex and they have a 10 dex. How's a turtle dodging? But it can. Rolls well enough. So
All this talk about animals and awakening animals, and Rhett's kind of concerned about Stinger. He wants to go see him.
Yeah, we should find the animals, regroup, and head back to the salt mines and fortify.
I do think we should fortify. I also 100% think we need to get Profi to kill a couple more of its siblings. If
We
that's
can
all right
send
with
them
you.
all an invitation.
From first general of the Royalist Army.
Yeah,
Young
they'll
McDougal.
see us as a threat, and they'll come and try and kill us, and we can, arm our army with the weapons of their dead. And
I look over at you
And they're
have
dead.
you met my siblings?
We killed a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What part about anything that is in my family tells you we're threatened by people who call us jackasses?
No. You're threatened by people who threaten to take the power away from your dynasty. If we're just going to start our own army and our own empire out here, then that's definitely a threat.
How do we start our Profi is very concerned. How do we start our own empire? We have one. We just got to get to the capital. And then it's mine after the others are dealt with.
How many are left?
We've killed what? 4? 3?
I've only been here for one.
2.
I
We're
haven't
definitely
even
here
been
for
here
at
for
least
any
2
of them.
2 of them died in the same
sessions.
night.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
We
then
killed the one in the
Hexus-
manor first.
Yeah, we've killed 3. 3 of 22, and then we don't count me, so basically 4 are down of the 22. So we have 18 left.
We need to start grouping them together to kill them.
Well, that's the thing. Some of them might already be doing this because while you guys have been adventuring and traveling, so have they.
Oh.
Now,
And,
as a DM, I haven't murdered any of them in the background yet, but there are plots and plans and factions known beyond you. But you're in the wrong continent to deal with it currently.
Yeah, but the last one we killed, we didn't just kill, we absolutely and completely overpowered her and murdered her.
We did kind of destroy Moxie.
Yeah.
You guys were not
That was an
playing games.
unfair fight.
You guys were not playing games. Remind me after the session. I have a song for you guys to listen to that made me giggle, so I'm gonna force it upon you for gigglage. Anyway,
So go see the animals.
go see the animals. All right. So
The animals.
the animals aren't actually that far away. They're tied up to a tree about 50 yards away from the entrance of this thing. You'll also notice that the area that you were in seems compressed. As if that font of magic that was there has kind of re-swallowed in on itself and condensed down. I mean, the land has shrunk. So, the animals are right there. Really close, actually. They're all tied up, and Stinger's there with a small army of dead creatures that he has stabbed and murdered, and 1 or 2 passerbys that probably deserved it.
What kind of
Nice.
creature?
Wolves, bats, scary things that can hurt the elephants. I don't know.
Wolves?
Yes, wolves.
Younger wants
That
to
would
make them undead.
Sure, there's enough wolves to feed a bear. Oh, there's also a bear.
Okay.
Stinger gets tons of belly scratches and told he's a good boy.
He did.
So, anybody remember the names that the lady was saying of the old fortresses? There might be more legendary items.
She
in those.
couldn't name any.
She
named
did.
zero.
They're just old cities that they built that have collapsed in the last couple hundred years.
Oh yeah.
So
Which
one of-
might still have legendary items there.
maybe, but just for you might know this, Younger. Post Mithril Justice Adventuring. What's that? Sorry. There was a lot of them building things up. So they would go into a town, fill it full of money and whatnot, and then go away. So they bolstered a lot of little villages to turn into towns, which then fell apart once the Empire kind of retook control of things. Because they're, we're not actual cities, so their taxes drain them to nothing.
So we can assume that the Empire probably has harvested some of those relics.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, can I have my costume heads back if you guys are done with them?
Yeah. Here you go. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I don't know. It's kind of like you guys like that. Look great.
Would I know if any
hit
of
him with
that
the
are
persona.
currently
I
held
never see
by
him
the
coming.
Yeah, I'll give it back.
Cloak goes
Would I
into
have a
priest
list
mode.
of any things that were confiscated by the Empire?
What about it? Sorry.
Would I know of any of the items that were successfully confiscated by the Empire?
I mean, nothing of note that specifically stuck out to you.
Okay.
Well, long rest.
You guys
Um,
just conk out on the floor there. Just call
Can-
it good. Pretty sure nothing's gonna murder you. You hope.
Can I check?
The sentry alert robot is on.
Okay,
I'm good with that. I also have alert.
that's good with me. All right, so DM's gonna wrap it up here though, because I gotta do some extra stuff really quick afterwards.
Okay.
We're at the 3.5-ish hour mark, 3:40. So we only have about 20 minutes left anyway for normal time. That'll give us time for action after reviews and all that fun stuff.
Gotta get going.
Yeah, exactly. So, with that, thank you everybody. Appreciate your time. With Adventure in Mind, have a wonderful night.